Hey there birdies, welcome back to the nest and welcome to another 18 plus pick a card. Today we're going to take a look at how the sex will be, how your sex life essentially will be with your future spouse. So we're going to take a look at your first time together. We're going to look at how it will evolve moving forward. We will look at what do you like, what they like, what will need a little bit of improvement. We'll also look at what you two will like to try with one another. We'll look at all of it. It's going to go deep, okay? Pun intended. But we are going to look at all of it, and that is it. So we have 3 pals here with us today. We have some Moonstone for pal number 1. We have some Fuchsite with Ruby for pal number 2. We have some Aquamarine for pal number 3. Alrighty, so with that being said, you can choose by the stones, you can choose by the timestamps that are going to be down below. You can pause the video a little bit to meditate on the energy, but I will see you over there. Hello, pal number 1. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Moonstone, you're in the right place. This is going to be your sex life with your future spouse. We are going to take a look at all of it. In case you jumped the intro, we are going to take a look at your first time together, at how the sex will evolve from that point forward. What do you like? What this person will like? Will you like to explore one another in fantasies? And I think I'm forgetting something. But we'll look at all of it, essentially. And to get started, we're going to look here into your overall energy for the sex life, okay? How it will be, how you will feel and everything. And then we'll move forward from there, okay? So we have the Tower, Scorpio energy. We have Courage. Ooh, my goodness. And we have Doubt and Indecision. Oh, goodness. Okay. So what I'm getting here from the overall energy for your sex life, I feel like every time you're going to be hitting it, it's going to be out of impulse. There is not going to be this thing of, I don't know, honestly, I don't get a lot of foreplay. I get a lot of, hey, I'm horny, so let's do it. You know, I do feel like there's not going to be a lot of making out and things just lead there. I do feel like there's a lot of impulsivity here with all of this Mars energy. This Courage card, it is, with that lion there, it is a little bit of Leo energy, but this is giving me a lot of Mars, so Aries and Scorpio, big energies here. And, you know, Scorpio, the 8th house is the house of sex. So I do feel like you're going to be, you know, hitting it a lot, but I do feel like it is going to come from this place of, yeah, I just want it, so let's do it. You know, and I don't even feel like there is going to be any sort of, inhibitions when it comes to places. You know, it's just like, if you're in it, you're in it. And there's no turning back here, you know. With this Doubt and Indecision, I do feel like there is something here about, I don't know, like, for example, exploring a little bit more into the kinky side, you know. I'm also hearing, like, threesomes and stuff. I feel like you're going to be open to it, but when it comes to the actual act, you may be, okay, I'm not sure, you know? I do feel like when it comes to just the two of you, you're like, okay, I'm horny, we're gonna do it. But you may talk a lot about sex and a lot about the things that you want to explore and the things that you want to do. Do you explore those things? Do you actually do it? I doubt it. There could be a little bit of an energy of, oh, I really like, it's like those trips that you set up with your friends and they never leave the chat. I feel like there's a little bit of this energy here. But I do feel like when it comes to places, that is not going to be an issue. I feel like you're going to be like doing it all over the place. I feel like you're going to be having a lot of fun. I feel like it's because you have so much fun that it's like you do dream about those things and you do fantasize about those things, but I don't think you actually spend the time doing it because it's like, yeah, we already have so much fun. Why would we want to waste time exploring new things, or like waste time? It's never waste, but I do feel like you're going to be quite satisfied. Also, if you're dealing with a male or someone that resonates as a male, they could be quite big, or you could be quite big. I mean, take it however it resonates, but I do feel like that is the case. Even when we have children here, and I do feel like even when you eventually have children and all of that, I don't think you will have like any sort of problem. You know, sometimes I don't know, sometimes couples kind of ask their parents to take care of the children so you can have like a little date. I don't think you will have any problem like doing it while the children are sleeping or something like that, you know. I really feel like you two are very impulsive, possibly very kinky. I'm not sure if you take action on all of that kinkiness, you know. I feel like sometimes some things may be left to explore, but I don't think you're going to mind it, to be honest. I don't think you're going to mind it. So yeah, let's see here. I'm actually curious because I wouldn't be surprised if the first time would be like a friends with benefits situation, or like first date, you're already doing it, because I do feel like there's a lot of attraction between the two of you, and I feel like you're both going to be so into one another that it's just like, okay, let's just do it. Okay, screw it, you know? But let's see here. Your first time together. Let's get some cards. Ooh, so much teasing. We love this. All right, so we have the Two of Wands. We have the Six of Wands. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if this would start as a casual thing, or if it would start as like while you're at vacation or something like that. So we have the Two of Wands, the Six of Wands. We also have growth and challenge and change. Oh, challenge. I was going to say challenge. Challenge. Interesting. So again, I do feel like that is talking about the teasing, because I do feel like your first time before that, again, I don't get a lot of making out and foreplay and all of that. Well, a little bit, but I do feel like there is going to be a lot of flirt. I feel like you talk a lot. It's like your foreplay is talking and flirting. And I feel like with this challenge, I do feel like you or this person, and I feel like it's more you. You may be like a little bit of a challenge to this person, because I really feel like you're flirting a lot and you're seeming like you're into it, but every time it goes to actually be something and to lead that way, you kind of pull back, and this person's like, man, I do love a challenge. And I really feel like you're going to have a lot of fun in your first time together. I'm even hearing like for some of you, you may already be in a relationship, and this is like your confirmation of, oh, so this person that I'm in with is like my future spouse. So it could be a really fun and curious confirmation. But with this growth and change, I keep wanting to say challenge. Oh my goodness. For some of you, either you or this person could be in a relationship when you first meet, not in your first time, when you first meet. And your first time is going to be, it's like at first there's a lot of attraction, and maybe sometimes there could be a bit of flirt, but I do feel like it's in the sense of, oh, that person is in a relationship, or I'm in a relationship, this is not going to lead to anything else, but there is a bit of flirt and there is a little bit of attraction there, or you could just be healing from a previous relationship that was really tough. That could also be the case, but I do feel like there is going to be some divine timing into this. I do feel like it may not be first date you go and have sex with this person, but I do feel like it could be like second date and you do it, because I do feel like there's just so much passion and so much attraction that I don't think you're able to resist one another. And I do feel like it is just a matter of you letting go of these limitations, that for some of you the limitation is a person and it is a relationship. But I do feel like when you meet this person, it's like with this change you could already be on that point of the breakup. So if you haven't broken up with that person yet, then it's like, yo, I'm gonna break up with that person tomorrow, you know? I really feel like you may have been thinking about that, or this person has been thinking about that, and your first time together is going to be after that breakup. And I do feel like there is going to be a lot of freedom, a lot of release. Again, I do feel like there is going to be some sort of divine timing into this. I don't think that it's going to be the first time. However, this person is going to be crazy about you because, again, all of the flirt, and they're going to be like, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. There could be a lot of sitting action here, a lot of writing and all of that. I do feel like part of the teasing, especially when it is like already in the act, part of the teasing and part of the foreplay could actually be like you playing with yourself, and this person is going to be like trying to control themselves, but they can't, you know. I also feel like there could be something like a car. So your first time could actually, I don't think so. I feel like part of the teasing and part of the flirt and the, you know, the preparation for it could be in the car. But I feel like eventually you just get into a house. I'm hearing a couch. So I do feel like it's not going to be very like, oh, in the bed, very lovey-dovey. It's going to be like pure passion, pure raw passion. I don't think you're going to be in a relationship with this person at that moment. And honestly, I don't think you're going to be in a relationship after it. But I do feel like there is going to be like, you just get inside the house and there is no time to lose here. You're really going to be in it already. And I do feel like there is also going to be something, I do feel like it is very personal to you, where because, or it could just be like the person that is releasing a relationship here. It could be both, but I feel like from your side, even if there is not like a third party, there is not like someone you're letting go of or someone you're trying to move on from, because for some of you, that breakup has already occurred. I do feel like for some of you, it has to do with self-confidence. It has to do with your self-worth. So I do feel like this first time with this person, you're going to be feeling very sexy. I feel like you're going to be feeling very confident. I feel like you're going to be feeling free. And maybe for some time, even like perhaps if you were in a relationship or if you were in like your previous intimate encounters with other people, you may have always felt like something was missing. Like not necessarily that those people wouldn't please you or wouldn't treat you right or something, but it's like, no, there's something missing here. It's like, I need more. And I feel like part of it was also about you like just fully letting go of control, fully letting go of release and just being in the moment and appreciating it. And I feel like with this person, you're going to be able to be in that place. I feel like with this person, you're really going to just be in the moment, fully enjoying it. And I even feel like there could be like second rounds or third rounds, 4 rounds. I feel like it's going to be 2 rounds, but it could be more. I just feel like you're going to be like all over each other. Even after the first round is done, I do feel like there is still a lot of like you being on each other, you know? So like, there could be a lot of kissing, a lot of cuddling. But again, I don't think that you're going to be in a relationship, but I really feel like you're going to be really into one another. And you could even like take a little nap over there in the middle. But I really feel like you're going to be having a lot of fun. I do feel like this person could give, honestly, I was going to say that they could give a lot of attention to your legs, but I think they're just going to give attention to everything, you know, because I'm seeing this card and like her tattoos, I'm seeing in like the places this person would kiss and touch and all that, and she's like tattooed all over the place. So yeah, but I do feel like there's a big emphasis to legs or something. So yeah, I even feel like for some of you, you could be wearing like, I don't know, especially if you are a female, or if you are dealing with a female, let's say, it's like the female could be wearing a lot of, I don't know, something around the legs. There could be wearing like extra layers. So it's like, for example, they're wearing some tights underneath the trousers or underneath the skirt or whatever. And it's like some extra layers for this person or for you to kind of take. But there's something here about like taking a lot of attention to the legs, and I feel like especially the booty. But yeah, I feel like you're going to be having a lot of fun. I feel like it's going to, again, I don't see this being very lovey-dovey and oh my god, I love you. I see this, oh my god, you're so hot, I need you, you know? That is more the vibe here. And I even feel like you could have been, it's interesting that I was mentioning the car before, and I do feel like you could have been in some sort of party or some sort of, I don't know, place with a lot of extra people, and it could even be like a restaurant or just whatever. I feel like you were in a place with a lot of extra people, and then you get into the car, the flirting starts, maybe the flirting has already started before, and then you get home, and that is where the action occurs. And it's like you're in that place with a lot of people. I'm also hearing like a walk in a park. So maybe you just had like a little date in the park and everything. And I feel like you're there and you're already just like thinking about having sex with each other. So yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Let's see here how it will evolve moving forward for the rest of the relationship. So my goal with this next portion is almost like this is the first time, and not necessarily like this is the last time, but it's like a comparison of the timeline, you know? So this is the first time we were together, and a little bit later on, like 10, 15, 20 years later, how is the sex going, you know? And we have the Four of Cups, we have the Four of Wands, and we also have here fruition. So I guess you're not going to have any problem with it. I do feel like this Four of Cups, I do feel like a lot of it is talking about that thing that we were saying of the fantasies, the kinkiness, the sides of yourselves that you want to explore, and the things that you're thinking about and that you would like to try out with this person. It's like, I feel like sometimes you may not actually try it, you know, because this Four of Cups usually seen has like 3 cups and there's a cup wanting to come in and you don't see it. And I do feel like that new cup is like the fantasies, new, I don't know, playing with toys and trying a little bit of BDMS, you know. I feel like you may have those fantasies and you may want to try those things out, but I feel like you never actually end up doing. I do feel like you could have actually a very strong, like growing family. Not necessarily with a lot of kids, but your kids could be loud. I don't know, your kids could be like really energetic, or you have a really huge amount of kids. But I really feel like you're going to be in a very beautiful family, and I feel like this text is going to represent the love that you're going to feel for each other. So here was very, very passionate. It was very pure, raw attraction. Here it's a very sweet, caring energy. There is a lot of passion as well, but I do feel like it's more tamed, or at least it's more, I don't know, it's more felt. Let's call it. There's a lot more emotion to it than what it was here at first. And I do feel like there's a lot of fire energy, by the way. So there's definitely that Aries energy, Leo, Sagittarius. So it could be like a little extra confirmation if you are those signs, or if you eventually meet someone with those signs in their chart. But I do feel like your sex life moving forward, since that first time, I do feel like it's going to be a lot more stable. Again, I feel like there is going to be a mix between impulsivity and controlled things. So it's almost like it is going to be impulsive, but at the same time, it's like it's already known that you're probably going to do it every time that the kids go to bed, you know, but you're not going to be like timing it or planning that, oh, tomorrow it's going to be the day at 11, or, you know, I don't think that there's going to be anything like that. It's just like, you know, that if you want to have sex, it's going to be while the kids are sleeping, or while the kids are at school or whatever. It's like you're intuitively going to have this set time, but it is going to be very passionate. I do feel like with this Four of Cups, Four of Wands, I feel like sometimes you could have like a bunch of months where you're not doing anything, and then you just get into this month where, I don't know, you're just feeling it and you do it 4 times a day, whatever fits your schedule, you know? So I do feel like it's going to be also a little bit irregular when it comes to that, but I actually don't think that you're going to mind it, you know? Because you could spend really a lot of very long time without doing anything, but it's like once you do, it kind of makes up for all the time that you don't have sex, you know? And I just feel like you're going to be in such a beautiful place. Honestly, I do feel like this is best friends get married. This is giving me the vibe of like best friends get married. It is really giving me that vibe. And I feel like you're just going to be so into one another, not only for the sex, that is just like, oh, whatever. I don't really care. I don't really mind. And I really feel like you're going to be having a lot of fun, and especially with this fruition, like this is 9 of Cups energy. This is wish fulfillment. This is happiness all over the place. So I really feel like you're going to be well taken care of. And it's so interesting that we have Harvest Moon, and we were talking about family. I really feel like for some of you, you either have, I would even say that it could be you don't get pregnant a lot, but your pregnancies could actually lead to a lot of kids. So what that means is that you could be having twins, you could be having triplets, something like that. You know, even these 2 kids, they kind of look the same age. So there could be something around those lines. It's like you may not get pregnant too often, but you do get pregnant with a lot of kids. Or you do get pregnant too often. It's just like, I do feel like your family is going to be very abundant, you know? I do feel like it is. And also in terms of love. And it's so interesting that, you know, I wanted to dive a little bit deeper into the sex moving forward. And there's a lot of family energy here. So maybe it's important for you. Maybe you didn't really grow up in the best environment, family environment. or this person. And maybe this is a message that is really important to you, that you're going to find a very good family, and you're going to create and build a very good family, a very good home. I feel like your kids are going to love you. You are going to love your kids. You know, your partner is going to love their kids, or, you know, your kids together. And I really feel like there's a sense of course, there are going to be quarrels and all of that, and arguments and teenagers, but I do feel like overall, like, your kids are just going to be, I don't know, like, respective of you. And I do get a little bit of, like, best friend energy, so they could open up to you quite easily and all of that. So that's really nice. That's really, really nice. I do feel like there's also, like, this mask is really calling my attention. So I even feel like sometimes, especially during that period where you're just having sex like 4 times a day, there could be like a lot of quickies in the middle, where, I don't know, it's just like, I don't know, you go to like someone's house and the kids are entertained and everything, and you just send that hint of like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom, you know, and you just do it. There's that thing of like the impulsivity. You're really not going to be too shy when it comes to it and when it comes to places. I am also hearing like family environments. You could be into it like all the time. And I just feel like you're going to have so much fun. I'm also hearing Christmas, so you could have sex a lot in Christmas. Maybe for some of you, that is actually Psyche season. Well, it's actually already Cappy season, but, you know, December, essentially, that could be like their birthday as well. So, I don't know. Or your birthday, you know? Psyche season, like December, that holiday time could be very significant here, especially that from Scorpio season to the end of the year. That could be a period where you're like having sex 4 times a day, 5 times a day, 10 times a day, you know? But yeah. So, with that being said, let's take a look here. My goodness, this sun is so intense. Let's take a look here into what you will like about sex with your future spouse. Ooh, we have the Star. Okay. Well, actually, this is what they'll like. All right. We have Insecurity and what you like. We have the 10 of Wands. I actually feel like this is the other way around. This way. 10 of Wands with Insecurity and what you like. We have the Star and Quest. That is so interesting because we were mentioning how you may before like always felt like it wasn't enough, like something was missing or something like that. And I feel like things with your future spouse are going to be so lighthearted. They're going to be so fun that I feel like you're just going to, it's like every single time you have sex, I feel like you're going to love it, you know? And I feel like there is also a lot of attention that this person puts into you. And I feel like, okay, I'm already getting here something that about your future spouse, but I really feel like you're going to love how much attention this person gives to you, and you're always going to be like into one another. I feel like there's a lot of intimacy, a lot of freedom, a lot of connection with one another, and that thing of like being able to be free and being able to be self-confident and really, I don't know, like loving yourself and being a good place with yourself. Like these dudes are completely naked, and I even feel like that is also talking about your first time together. It's like from the get-go, you're going to feel very comfortable like being naked around each other. Maybe even during that cuddle, you're not really worried about dressing too much or, you know, putting yourselves under the covers, under the sheets. No, it's just like you're super at ease with one another, and I really feel like you're going to feel so comfortable throughout the whole time. And I also feel like you're always going to feel safe. You know, there is this sense of, it doesn't matter if you're doing it in the middle of the woods. It doesn't matter if you're doing it at your parents' house. It doesn't matter if you're doing it in the car. It doesn't matter if you're doing it at the beach full of people. You're always going to be feeling safe, comfortable, and seen. You know, it even doesn't matter. I don't know. I feel like we were even talking, wasn't it? Yeah, we were even talking about like threesomes and everything. And if you end up having a threesome, I feel like you're never going to feel like this person is too into the other person. And I really feel like you're always going to be, this person is always going to be with their attention on you, you know? And I feel like that is something that they're really going to, that you are really going to enjoy about the situation. And in hand, I feel like something that they really like about the sex of the two of you is to see you grow. Because maybe here in the beginning, or just because they know your story or something like that, they're really going to love how much you're going to grow and how much you're going to feel comfortable about yourself, how you're going to just let go and be free, you know? It's like you're letting go of these insecurities. And I do feel like that is also something for them. You know, they could also be very insecure about their body, or that they don't, like they're not pleasing you enough, or that they're not very good at it or something like that. Sometimes they may have some insecurities, but I feel like because you talk so much about this and because you have such a comfortable relationship with one another and you're able to really be yourselves, these insecurities, they dissipate really fast. And so that's something that I feel like this person really likes. Something that I feel like they like but also hate is the fact that you're doing it so much in like the multiple rounds. I feel like sometimes this person may feel like they can't handle you, and at the same time they love it because I feel like that is something that they also want, you know, but they may get really tired. And I feel like just like the satisfaction when you have been doing it like multiple times and you're just like, okay, I need like a 10-hour nap here for me to gain my energies and my mojo back. I feel like that is so satisfying. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like this person, you know, understands me. And I feel like that is something that they're really going to love. It's like that nap after multiple rounds. They're really going to be like, okay, yeah, that was the thing. You know, that is something that I feel like they're really going to love as well. I also feel like something that they may really like is like doing it standing. That is also something that is coming through. Or not necessarily doing it standing, but like just grabbing you and taking you to the bedroom or taking you to whatever place it is. I also feel like there's some level of, I feel like that is something that you both are going to like, is like the surprise. Sometimes this person may take initiative and just, you know, snatches you from whatever you were doing and you just go to the bathroom or you just go to somewhere and you do it really quickly. Sometimes it's you that you just grab their hand, or if you are dealing here with someone, that you are able to grab them and, you know, just take them to whatever place you want. They're also going to like that quite a lot. It's like the impulsiveness here. I really feel like you both are going to love it. And the, I don't know, how do you say it? It's like it's unpredictable, you know, and you don't really know when you're going to have it next. And when you're in the mood, when they're in the mood, you never really know. And so it's that impulsiveness that I really feel like you're both really going to enjoy with one another. And I also feel like there is something here, especially for your side. It's like this person, I don't know, it's like whenever you're with each other, you feel like you're discovering something new about yourself. And I feel like this is like, I don't know, sometimes they touch you in a different place and you're like, oh, no one has ever really touched me there, or you have never really touched me there and I really like it. You know, it's like, I feel like from time to time you really get these surprises about yourself included, and you're really surprised because you never really thought that you could feel pleasure this way, or that you like this way, you know? And I feel like that is going to be also something really fun as well. I also feel like you don't need a lot of foreplay, because just the fact that you're in danger, you know, just the fact that you're doing it like out of the blue, maybe in public or in family gatherings and stuff, I feel like that is just like foreplay enough, you know. That already turns you on enough for you to be able to just go towards it and have pleasure and just have fun with it, you know. And I feel like the same thing for this person. But I really feel like you're both going to love it quite a lot. And I also feel like this person, the way for them to decompress and to release stress and all that could actually be through sex. And I also feel like you have a very healing energy. Honestly, I feel like you both have that. But what this person is really going to love about you, it's really your healing energy. And whenever they're feeling a bit more stressed out, or they need to release some pressure or something like that, I do feel like they use sex as a vessel to do that. And I feel like they're going to be really, really happy whenever they do it. And with you, honestly, oh, that is sweet. I feel like you're like, sometimes, like at certain points of this relationship, I feel like you're just going to look at this person and you're just going to be like, oh man, I'm so happy I'm here. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better partner. I wouldn't choose anyone else. You know, I wouldn't really change a thing here. And that's really beautiful. So I'm actually curious, now that I just mentioned that, I'm actually curious to see what you won't like so much. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Nice. Okay, that makes sense. We have the Seven of Pentacles with gratitude. And I feel like sometimes, this is talking also about like arguments. You may have a lot of make-up sex whenever you have an argument, and especially when it comes to like this person's way to decompress and all of that. It's like when they're in the middle of an argument, they may be getting really angry, or they may be getting really stressed out, and they just need to, they can be the type of person that is just like grabs you and kisses you to shut up. And I feel like in one way you hate it because it's like, I don't want it like this, you know? But at the same time, I feel like you also like it. But I also feel like with the Seven of Pentacles, whenever there's a lot of foreplay, whenever there's a lot, or not necessarily the foreplay, I feel like it's not that you won't like so much. It's when things are planned, you know? For example, if you specifically, it's so interesting. I'm even getting that sometimes, like for your birthday, for the like the marriage anniversary, or just the relationship anniversary or whatever, you may take a little weekend getaway or something and leave the kids with your parents or with their parents, and it's already known that you're going to have sex during that time. And I feel like those times are going to be the ones that it's not that you're not going to like it, but those are going to be the less pleasurable and memorable, let's say, ones, because it is planned, because it is known, you know? And I feel like the ones you enjoy the most is the ones that are just coming out of the blue. So it's not that you're going to hate it. It's not that this person is going to lose their abilities to pleasure you during those anniversaries or during those weekend getaways or even vacations. It's just that it lacks a little bit of the adrenaline rush, you know? I feel like it lacks a little bit of that adrenaline rush. I also feel like, especially like during this time where you're not having a lot of sex, I feel like sometimes some insecurities may come forward, and it's like you may try to please this person from time to time. Well, I'm getting two things. Sometimes you may try to please this person from time to time, but they don't really get the hint, or they're really busy with something else, or they're really working a lot, and so they're really tired or something like that, and so it's the teasing doesn't really work, and you may miss it a little bit during these times. I also feel like there could be something, especially if this person or you travel for work, that could be a possibility for some of you, or just like this person sometimes has a lot of work, you have a lot of work, and you don't see each other that much, or you don't have a lot of time for one another. I feel like during those periods you're also a little bit down because, I wanted to be here, I wanted to do this with, my spouse, and I can't really do it, and, I feel like there's a little bit of that. I also feel like your kids sometimes may annoy you. I even feel like sometimes with that thing of, we can only do it when the kids are asleep, it's like sometimes I feel like you may be getting ready to do it, and the kid starts crying, or, the usual. I feel like that's very normal with kids, especially when they're younger. And you're kind of like, I really wish I didn't have kids right now, I feel like sometimes that may also bug you a little bit, but then I really feel like you're going to love your kids, so it's not that you want to get rid of them or anything. But yeah, I also feel like if sometimes, man, you're kinky. I also feel like sometimes if the sex is too lovey-dovey and everything, you may not enjoy it as much. It's a little bit of the same energy as the like the vacation energy and the planned energy and all of that. I feel like sometimes when it is too lovey-dovey, you may not like it so much, even though I really feel like you're going to be doing out of love. But I do feel like you're like it when this person, it's a little bit more curious and it's a little bit, I don't know, a bit more kinky, I would say, and more passionate and more impulsive and just wants to like rip your clothes off and all that. But yeah. So with that being said, let's get here into this person's fantasies and what they would like to try with you. All right. Oh, we actually have two. We'll take them. We have the Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords with the Wisdom card and Vanity. Interesting. Okay. And for your fantasies and what you'd like to try, let's see if there is a match here where you also got two cards, which is not supposed to be, but we'll take them. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, and self-reflection and mysticism. So from your side, at some point, you may actually be into like, oh, I'm actually hearing that at some point you may actually be into like sex magic and wanting to try that out. I also feel like with this Nine of Swords and mysticism, maybe a little bit of BDMS, that could also be something that, it's that thing. I feel like you may talk about so many things and you may want to explore so many things, but then it never leaves the chat. But I also feel like there is something here around exploring a lot of the dark things. So again, maybe a bit more aggression or something like that. I also feel like you would like to explore some toys. That could be some of the fantasies that come through eventually. And I also feel like, and you know, part of the reason why I chose to put this thing of like what each other's fantasies will be is like if you want to explore it already, then these could be some things that you could actually explore right now for you to get to know yourself a little bit more. So yeah, and it's interesting because you do have the self-reflection card. So for some of you, you could actually try it out and see how it feels. But I do feel like you would have a very interested side into like joining sex and spirituality, possibly that thing of the sex magic, joining sex and manifestations and all of that. And I feel like you would actually want to explore a little bit of that. And especially with like all of this self-reflection energy and all of it. So I do feel like you would be quite interested into it and more into like a sensual energy. I feel like sometimes you may want to try that out. I also feel like you will be quite into like lingerie and all of that, even though like you spend a lot of time naked around each other, especially while you don't have kids. It's like your days could be spent naked. But I do feel like you would like a lot to explore lingerie and what would make this person like, I don't know, get a little bit hornier, and how would they feel if you wear this, and how would they feel if you wear that. And also with you know, I feel like you would also be curious to try things out, you know. So sometimes you may actually go into a lingerie shop and just try it out, just to see how you feel, just to see how you like to see yourself, you know. I also feel like with this self-reflection and the Knight of Pentacles, there's something here about like either mutual masturbation or you, that thing of like the teasing. And here, I believe it was here that we mentioned that you could even like be touching yourself and everything to tease this person. I feel like you may, especially at like a little later on, you may actually want to replay a little bit of this first time together energy. And I feel like you may actually be quite into, I don't know, like masturbating with this person, and maybe even like, especially with this Knight of Pentacles, she's like providing the pentacle, right? She's showing the pentacle. So it's almost like you want to show this person what do you like. You want to show this person new things and all of that. And I'm not saying that you won't do that, you know, because we were talking about how things never leave the chat with you and this person. But when it comes to this, I actually feel like you may actually explore that a little bit. But I do feel like that would be one of your fantasies when it comes to your sex life with this person. And I also feel like sometimes you may actually want to go a little bit risky, or let's say riskier than usual. I do feel like that could be around environments. So it's like sometimes you may do it in public places and everything, but I do feel like it's very secluded, you know, it's very safe within the within possible. But I feel like sometimes we actually want to take it a little bit to the extreme and try, I don't know, even more public. So yeah, let's to give an example, I don't know, it's like, for example, sometimes you may do it in the woods, or I feel like one of the things is like sometimes you may actually do it, for example, if you're in your future house or whatever, you have a pool or something, you may actually do it in the pool, but it's very secluded, and you may actually want to try out eventually doing it in the ocean where it's like there's a lot of people there, you know, and I feel like that could also be something, or for example, doing it at the beach, like right there, but maybe at night, you know, it's like there's always a bit of safety into it, but I feel like you're risky. You're kinky, and we love it. For an 18 plus reading, we love it, but I really feel like that could be some of the things that you would like to explore with this person. When it comes to them, I feel like sometimes this is like a little heads up. Don't be afraid to be impulsive into pleasuring them, you know, because I feel like sometimes they do imagine not necessarily like full on having sex, but just like a little bit of oral, and it's just like about them, you know, especially with vanity and the Eight of Pentacles. I do feel like there's a little bit of vanity in this, I guess, where they would like to be the center of attention a little bit from time to time, and not really like you're not really seeking any pleasure necessarily. It's like it's not going to lead to anywhere. Some of their fantasies could be coming from a place of, I'm just feeling like pleasuring you, you know, it's just like a little birthday present, and I feel like that could be something that they would like to experience with you. And yeah, with this, I actually feel like with the wisdom here, that thing of like the Kama Sutra, or I don't know, trying things like reading something online, or reading, like learning something or reading about something and then exploring it, I actually feel like this person would be into it too. So for example, if you ever brought up that thing of the sex magic, and you actually mentioned, oh, let's manifest a house using sex, I actually feel like this person would be quite into it. I feel like they have a really open mind. I feel like they're very curious about the way your mind functions as well. And I even feel like when it comes to not necessarily spirituality, but I do feel like they're very open-minded. I actually am not sure if they are open-minded overall, or if it is you that makes them open-minded, because I feel like they do want to see you happy. So whatever you want to do, I feel like they would be into it as well. You know, I feel like they are very, whatever you want, I want it, you know. Another thing that I feel like they would like to explore here would actually be flirting with other people. It's like, I don't know, you're at a party, you know, and you go your separate ways, and what is it? I think it was on How I Met Your Father, where, I don't remember their names, but it's like the British guy and the Latina girl. I think she was Latina. I think so. But it was like they were at this party, and I think they were kind of pissed at each other, but they were flirting with other people and talking to not necessarily flirting, but talking to other people, while they knew that it's not going to lead to anything. You know, I feel like they could also be into that, because it's creating this thing of like a little bit of jealousy and a little bit of possessiveness, but at the same time, it's like, I want to see other people crazy about you, and me knowing that I have you and not them, you know. There's also this book, which is the Edge of, now I don't know if it is in the Edge of Never or in the Edge of Always, but in one of those books, they were kind of at this concert, and they had this ritual where they would kind of make eyes to someone in the public and flirt a little bit while they were singing and everything. And I feel like there's a little bit of this energy. It's like you're at a party, and I feel like this person would like to try it out, you know, to just see other people desiring you, and you seeing other people desiring them, you know. And I feel like that would also turn this person on. But I also feel like they would like to try. I feel like you're a bit kinkier, and I feel like you would like to try a little bit with more aggression. I actually feel like this person is a little bit softer and they would like to try with things, but more around food, or around even, like, for example, body paint, you know, something around that, like exploring your bodies and getting creative. I feel like this person would really like that, especially with food. They could have some earthy energy there, but I feel like they would also be quite into it. Anything else? I also feel like it's so interesting that we have this Knight of Swords, and we were talking about how for some of you, you or this person could actually work, have to travel for work. And I feel like one of their fantasies would be like a surprise trip, or like, I don't know, like you surprising them or them surprising you. I feel like for this person to fantasize about that, it would possibly be like you surprising them. So this could definitely be like them being at distance when they have to work, and you just leaving the kids with your parents or their parents and being like, yo, I'm gonna go to them, and you take care of the kids, I'm gonna surprise them. And I feel like they would also really appreciate it. And that is something that they would really, it's like, I feel like this person's fantasies are a little bit about being the center of attention, which I don't think it is coming from a place of, I don't know, selfishness and being egoistic. I actually feel like it's just coming out of gentleness and curiosity and just wanting a little bit of love, wanting a little bit of care, wanting a little bit of attention. So, yeah, let's see. Let's pull this. Actually, I didn't count on doing this, but let's pull these romance angels to see if there's anything else that wants to come through when it comes to your sex life with this person. All right. We have engagement. Beautiful. We have, oh yeah, look at that, keep an open mind. Oh yeah, I really feel like you both are going to be super into trying different things and super into like doing it wherever your little downstairs commands, you know. With this release your ex, I do feel like this could definitely be talking about this first encounter. I do feel like you would be releasing someone here. You went through a breakup with someone, you were moving on, whatever the case may be, and I really feel like that would be something that was going on here in the first time that you were together. But I also feel like there is this energy of like, this is different, you know, the time has come for you to clear your energy. I really feel like this sex life, you know, these encounters with your future spouse, they're really going to be something different. And if you have any doubt when it comes to this person, if like, especially at the beginning, if they are the one or something like that, it's like, look at the sex. If you feel free with them, if you feel like you can explore anything, if you feel safe with them, then that may be the person, you know. I feel like if you have any doubt when it comes to feelings and you get confused, look at the sex and you'll have your answers. We also have express your love. Yeah, I do feel like you're going to talk a lot about sex with each other, not only in just like, for example, pillow talk, or even during the act. You could actually have really, I don't know, I see you having more passionate sex where it's just like you're kissing each other so much and just like, I don't know, so focused on the act itself that you don't even talk too much, or you can really talk because you're in public places or whatever. But I also see you having, on the other hand, more fun and just lighthearted encounters where you're just like, I don't know, it's not that you're saying like, you're having sex and you're like, oh, did you do the dishes? Did you put out the trash? It's not that you're having that type of conversation, but you could be very vocal, you know, maybe literally, maybe you are very loud or this person is very loud, but I do feel like this is talking about like how much you like to talk to one another during it, but also talking about sex. I feel like that is going to be a very open subject. You know, sometimes people see it as a taboo and they don't really like to talk about it, but I really feel like you're going to feel super comfortable with one another to explore it and to just, you know, talk about it and see where it goes. So I really, really, really like that. But yeah, I think that's it. I think those are the messages that I'm getting for you. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was fun. I hope it made you curious for your future spouse and all of that. Definitely let me know if you have already had this first meeting with them. And yeah, don't forget to smash that like button to subscribe if you haven't already. You can totally check out my other channel, the Sunny Virgo, for zodiac sign readings, zodiac cusp readings, and I also go live there for prior readings. But if you're interested in a prior reading 101, no YouTube, just us, the link is going to be down below for that. And that is it. So I love you very much. Thanks so much for being here. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, pal number 2. Welcome to your reading. If you chose the Fuchsite with Ruby, you're in the right place. Let's get into your reading. And in case you missed the intro, don't worry, I do that too. But we're going to take a look at your first time with this person, how the sex is going to evolve from that point forward. We're going to look at what they will like, what do you like about the sex, what you won't like so much, and also what you would like to try with one another, okay? So, to get started, we are going to take a look at the overall energy of your sex life with your future spouse and see where we go. Pal 1 was really interesting. I really loved Pal 1. So let's see what we have for your pal. We have the Page of Wands. Ooh, okay. We have Confidence. We love to see that. And Love Secret. Oh my, oh my. That is so interesting. For some of you, I do feel like one of your, I don't know, throughout your relationship, this could actually lead to a secret pregnancy. I don't know if it is going to be a bit taboo. Maybe it's like you're supposedly too young, you know, maybe you're having kids in your 20s, in your early 20s, and it's like, oh my God, what are you doing with their life? But I feel like you're actually going to be like the happiest with this person. I also feel like there is at some level here, I don't know, I feel like you're both going to keep your like sex life really private. And what I mean with it is that sometimes you may even fake it, especially in the beginning of the relationship. I don't know, you two may be really young when you get married or something like that. Or even when you just get into a relationship. This could be like high school sweethearts or something. I do feel like this has already passed, okay, if that is the case. And this could be a confirmation that this is like your current spouse or this is your current relationship, and you're going to, you know, you're going to be together for a very long time. But you could be like high school sweethearts or something like that, and it's like you start having sex, right? And it's like it's a bit of a taboo because, oh, we're not supposed to do that. Something around those lines. But it could also be something around like an age difference here. And there's some level here that is a bit taboo. So I do feel like there is something here that is going to be a bit out of the ordinary. I do feel like for some of you it is age. So you could be a bit, there could be a little age gap. Maybe you're a bit older than this person or a bit younger, you know, depending on what is supposed to be normal in today's society, or in, you know, 2040, whenever you're watching this video. But I do feel like there's something around those lines. I do feel like when it comes to your sex life, per se, I do feel like you're going to like to do it private. I don't think that there is going to be a lot of, I don't know, do it in public places or something like that. I do feel like you're going to like to do it within safe spaces and not necessarily stick to the rules, but I do feel like you're going to keep it very, very to yourselves. So this could even be talking about like you're not going to be talking about it with your friends, with your family, and, you know, just, oh, the other day we tried this and it was so good. No, I don't think you're going to be having those types of conversations. But I do feel like with each other, with this Page of Wands, I do feel like you're going to be talking quite a lot about sex and what you want to try with this person. Again, I don't necessarily, so far I'm not getting a big kinky vibe, so I'm not necessarily getting that you're going to be wanting to, oh, let's try BDMS and let's try this and let's try that. It could just be that you try a different position and you really like it, and you mentioned that to your partner. I also feel like there could be something around you getting to know each other through self-knowledge. You know, so for example, one of the first conversations that you may have around sex is like, where do you like to be kissed? Where do you like to be touched? You know, I feel like you're going to talk a lot about sex with one another for each other's pleasure. You know, I really feel like you're going to be very equal. You know, I really feel like this person is going to like to give to you. You're going to like to give to them, which is really nice. I also feel like you're both going to feel very confident when it comes to your bodies. So there's not going to be, I don't know, insecurities around your body and do I look good? Do I not look good? You know, maybe in the beginning a little bit, because again, I do get a very young energy. So it could just be like your self-confidence or something like that, or your confidence around sex, your confidence around your body could be very, could still be blossoming, you know, could still be being worked on. And so moving forward, you know, in the rest of the relationship, I do feel like your body confidence is going to improve a lot. And there's a lot of like body positivity. So I'm even hearing that for some of you, either you or your partner could have had some sort of eating disorder, or just be very, very insecure about your bodies when you were growing up. And this is so different. This is really, really beautiful. This is really, really nice. It feels very, I don't know, compassionate and loving and caring, you know. It feels really good. So let's see here where we go with this and see what we have to say. So let's get started by taking a look into your first time together. Let's see. What do we have for pile number 2? Their first time with their future spouse. That's interesting. So that kind of explains it. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man and the 7 of Cups, and then we also have beginnings. This makes so much freaking sense. I do feel like for some of you, that thing of the taboo, for some of you, this could actually be a reconciliation. And so not necessarily a reconciliation of like you had a really toxic relationship with this person and they're coming back, they regret it. No, I actually feel like this could be at some level like someone you used to know at school. And so it's like when you get back together, it is a little bit of a taboo because it's like, oh, I didn't see those two like being the thing. It's like your high school friends or something like that, or even like from college, they did not see the two of you having something. And so I feel like there is some level of what is happening there. And for some time with this love secret, for some time you may actually keep it a secret. And I'm also getting this thing of like, I don't know, the popular person with the nerd, something like that. And I feel like you get back together, or you know, you start talking a little bit later on, and there is not that image anymore of like the one is popular and the other one is nerd. That was, I feel like, something around your high school experience or college experience, and now I feel like you're both sort of equals, right? But I feel like for the people around you, there's a lot of that image yet of, oh, but they were so popular and now they're with that nerd. What is happening there? You know, what were they thinking? And I feel like there's a little bit around that. And I feel like that for some of you is a little bit of the taboo thing. For others of you, there could definitely be, you could have definitely been in a relationship with this person. And I do feel like your first time together is actually later on. So again, I don't think your first time together is when you're in high school or something like that. I do feel like it's when you get back together, when you start talking again. Because before, I feel like you were here. You know, I feel like you were possibly not even talking to one another when you were, when you knew each other before, at a younger age. And then you get into this beginning, and that is when you have sex. That is when you start developing things here. So that's really interesting. I also feel like for some of you, the taboo is going to be something around, I don't know, maybe you were like childhood friends and you were more like siblings rather than lovers, and then it's like, oh, they turned out to be lovers. That is so weird. I don't like that, you know? And I really feel like these things of like, it's going to be taboo and I don't like that. That is really from people around you that are trying to get into your business. I don't know why, but some people are just like that. I don't think you're going to care. For some of you, I feel like you or this person may care a little bit more than the other, but I don't think that is going to stop this relationship whatsoever. I really feel like there's just going to be so much love. There is just going to be so much vibe and compatibility. You know, I really get this feeling of, I don't know, you really like being really well with one another, not only around sex compatibility, but friendship and loyalty and values and the things you want to accomplish. You know, I feel like you're both really headed in the same direction. And I even feel like when you first met, which could have been, again, at a younger age, you weren't in the same place. You may have been in a different direction. And for some of you, you know, with that thing of like the popular person with the nerd, it's like the popular person may have been a little bit in a player energy and the nerd was really loyal. And I even feel like a little bit later on when you two meet again, it could be like the roles could be flipped. Not that the nerd is going to be a player, but they could be a lot more expressive with sex and a lot more expressive with I don't know, just like connecting with themselves and connecting with their bodies. They could be, with this confidence especially, they could be a lot more confident. Because I do feel like for the nerd, let's say, just to, you know, it doesn't have to be this scenario necessarily, but I do feel like at some level, someone here at a younger age was definitely in a better place, either with themselves or in the status of what is supposed to be. And the other person was a bit more insecure and they weren't really sure of their path, or they were a bit more reserved and all of that. And I feel like the roles could almost like be reversed. And so I really feel like whoever was a bit more insecure, I do feel like they either had like a huge glow up. And I do feel like for some of you, or for most of you, I mean, this could actually be you. I would say that you were the nerd, you know, I would say that you were perhaps the more insecure person when you were in high school or in university, when you were younger, essentially. And I feel like if you're not feeling it now, then I do feel like a glow up is coming in pretty soon. And you're really, really like feeling very sexy and confident when you have your first time with this person. I do want to mention that we have here, this beginnings is a 2 card, and we have 22 here. So honestly, 22 could be, you know, we're talking about like a young age. So 22 could be significant here. Maybe even the age of 2, you know, that thing of like the childhood siblings, the childhood friends. Maybe you started getting along with each other when you were 2, and then when you are 22, you kind of turn into lovers. Who knows? I do feel like there's those 2 tropes here, you know? But let's get into the actual first encounter. It's so interesting because I haven't even talked about the sex yet. But I do feel like when it comes to first encounter, there is, honestly, oh, that is interesting. I actually feel like the most important, not important, well, maybe important, but the most interesting part of the act is going to be actually the foreplay, not so much the, I don't know, the penetration or reaching the orgasm or whatever. I actually feel like it's going to be the foreplay. I feel like there is going to be a lot of touching, possibly a lot of kissing, because especially we even have here beginnings. So I do feel like the beginning stage of this next sexual encounter, it is the most important part for your first time together. I even feel like it could be, I don't know if this is going to make any sense, but it's almost like you're finally getting to know each other through that. So, I don't know, it's almost like you let go of control, you let go of your inhibitions and hesitations, and you're just there with one another. You know, you're present, and you're not really thinking, because for some of you, I do feel like perhaps you started talking to this person a little bit before you have the actual sexual encounter, and people could already be talking either you or to this person, and so there could be a little bit of overthinking, a little bit, oh my god, is this the right thing, and oh my god, what am I doing? But when you're actually in it, I feel like when you allow yourselves to kiss one another, boom, it just clicks, it just makes sense. And I really love that, especially because we have a 7 here, which is a very spiritual number, and then we have number 12, which sums up to a 3, which for me, it's a very manifesting energy. And I really feel like you're going to be manifesting one another, and it is going to be a very spiritual, beautiful relationship. And it's just going to make sense when you're there with each other, you know? And I also love that here at the back, we have 6 of Cups with the Ace of Cups. So there's definitely that energy of like, this is someone from your childhood, someone from your early ages, and now there's a new beginning being possible here between the 2. So I do feel like this first time together, I do feel like it is going to open the door for more, because I even feel like the 2 of you or one of you is going to be very closed off when it comes to love. And I feel like you just being together, because it is so spiritual and it's going to be so intense, I do feel like it is going to open up the door for more. And this is so interesting. Wow, I want to talk about sex, but I can't, because I just have so much to say about the connection itself and the impact that it's going to have on each other's lives, which is so interesting. Pile number 1 was definitely about sex. But I mean, it's not that that is a bad thing. It's just, it's actually reiterating the fact that this is a huge connection, that this is a really important connection. And I also feel like whenever you're having this next sexual, I did say next, so maybe you have already had sex with this person. But I do feel like whenever, that is interesting, because maybe you have already had sex with this person, and you could, like, your next sexual encounter could be when you're actually getting into a relationship. That is a message for someone out there, because maybe you're already resonating with this whole situation, and it could be like your confirmation. But I do feel like this first time you're together, I feel like it is going to be quite intense, not necessarily on the orgasm, not necessarily on anything else. I just feel like it's going to be quite intense in your body feelings. And I do feel like it's not like what I'm trying to say is that after this, you're going to need a nap. And I don't think that it's going to be because of how intense it is physically. It's just how intense it is on your heart, how intense it is on your feelings, you know, on your, I'm even getting like you may get goosebumps, you may get shivers. And I really feel like it is going to be really powerful. And I also feel like there's something here around, there's definitely going to be some oral here, that is for sure. And I almost feel like there could also be some sort of, I don't really get like bondage, but I don't know, it could just be like this person pinning you to the wall, or you pinning them to the wall, or to the bed, or whatever. And I do feel like there is going to be some level of it, but I also feel like there could be even some sort of control play, domination play here. So it's almost like at one point they're on top and they're taking control, they take in charge. At another point, you're taking control, you're taking charge. You know, I feel like you're going to be switching up a lot. And I also feel like there's something here about like the two of you getting to know each other. And it's so interesting. I don't know if this is going to be like what I'm getting is that I was going to say that this could actually lead to like the two of you getting to know each other, and it doesn't really make sense because I was getting a lot of energy around the sex. So I would even say that this first encounter, it could be about the sex, but while you're in that place where you wanted to take the nap, but you're also having that pillow talk, it's when you're truly getting to know each other. So this could even start as like a casual thing or something like that. And it's like, it's the sex that is going to lead to the getting to know each other. I don't think it's the other way around. I don't think you're going to be like on a date and then, it just lit there. No, you're going to be having sex and then it leads to the date, which is really interesting. I totally support that. I'm totally vibing with that. Because I feel like it's going to surpass each other's expectations. I feel like you really went into this situation with an expectation of what this would be. Possibly it's just going to be something really casual, really natural, nothing big here. And then you actually start getting to know each other. And it's like, what is happening here? I'm actually liking you, you know? Because I even feel like you could have a very specific image, an idea of each other when you were connecting at a younger age. And now there's like a whole new world, especially if you were like childhood friends, childhood besties, and now you turn into lovers. It's like you may have never really seen each other with a potential for love, for I don't know, like a love partnership. And even with the sex and everything, it's like you may have always tried to push away that thought, and the same thing with this person. But when you get into this, it's like there's a couple of things. You, of course, get to know this more sexual side of each other, but also there's like a, I don't know, like a deep side that you weren't really able to tap into when you were children and you were just like, you know, just playing with your cars and dolls and whatever. And now you're actually able to get into that side. And I feel like it's going to really shift your perspective in this whole situation. And it's going to change your perspective on this person, and it's going to change their perspective on you. I do feel like it's going to be more impactful for one of you. But I don't know, especially if there's that thing of like the popular and the nerd person, you know. I really feel like there are going to be some shifts here, because I feel like because you didn't get to know each other that well, it's like your perceptions of each other were really wrong. Or they could have just changed, because that nerd, I feel like at some level they're still the nerd, but if they like the Lord of the Rings when they were growing up, they still like Lord of the Rings, but I feel like they are such a different place with themselves. They're in this glow up that this person really, like, yeah, this person, let's suppose this nerd is you, this person, this future spouse, they didn't really know that side of you when you were growing up, and now you're different, and they're like, oh my god, who are you? I don't know you. And I really feel like you're going to vibe with each other. That's really, really cute. Yeah, I really wanted to give you more details when it comes to like the sexual encounter itself, but not much is coming through, to be honest. A lot of foreplay. I really feel like that is going to be the main thing, is going to be the foreplay. But let's see here. Let's get into how your sex life will evolve from that point forward. And my intention with this section is like, it's almost like we have a comparison of like your first time, and not necessarily like your last time together, but in a few years, 10, 20 years afterwards, how is the sex? How has it evolved? What is the feeling? Oh, I have 2 cards exactly. Beautiful. We have the Four of Pentacles and the Fool. This is so powerful because I think this is talking about a specific time. I was expecting to see something around, I don't know, just like overall energy and how it would be and everything. And I feel like your guides are showing me like a specific time where I'm hearing something around like birth control is out. So for the longest time, you could have been with birth control. This person could have been with birth control. And you were just like, no babies here. And what I feel like is that at some level, at some time and place, things are shifting. And that is the point that they're wanting to give attention to, is to the time when you decide to have babies. So I really feel like, and it could be, I don't know, for some of you, it could be a confirmation. Maybe you were afraid that you can't have kids, or that, I don't know, maybe family is really important to you, and this is like your confirmation that you're gonna have it. That's why they need me to talk about that. But it's so beautiful. I love this. Oh my goodness, this is so awesome. I cannot stop taking cards here. We have the Nine of Cups. This is like, overall, this is going to be a very good sex life. There is going to be lots of wish fulfillment. I do feel like there is a possibility for you to have a very large family. So I do feel like you could have a lot of babies. And it's interesting because I'm not necessarily getting a lot of focus on the kids. I am getting a lot of focus on the love. It's like whenever, it's almost like, oh, that is beautiful. It's almost like each kid that you have represents a thing that you love about each other. It represents a thing that, or a moment that is really special in your lives, It could be, for example, your first kid comes right, you conceive it on your wedding night. Or it could even be like your first kid is conceived when you're getting into a relationship, when you move in together, when you get engaged, when you get married, when one of you gets a promotion, when it's like there are really important times in your relationship. And even like, for example, you spent you had a really hard time. Some of you lost someone, and that kid is conceived at that time. Like your kids are going to have such a special significance, and it's really going to be very beautiful. And I would say that this moment here could be like your first kid together. So it could I'm definitely getting like some wedding night vibes here, but it doesn't have to be. I just feel like there is this, it could even be that this is your first conscious kid, maybe sometimes the other times were a little hiccup. They weren't planned, but I do feel like this kid here, it is planned. But I do feel like your kids are going to have a lot of significance when it comes to the why, when it comes to the when they were conceived, and I do feel like you're going to have a very beautiful family. There is going to be a lot of love. I do feel like this person is very caring, very sweet, very gentle. This is so interesting because like I'm trying to get into the juicy details, and this sounds more like, who is your future spouse? How is the wedding and the marriage going to be like? This is about this is supposed to be about sex, dude. But I feel like it just talks about how beautiful your relationship is going to be with one another. And I do feel like your sexual life, I feel like here in your first sexual encounter, I feel like you could be a little bit scared or a little bit, I don't know, you were present, but I feel like there is this level of not a lot of emotional investment into it, let's say. And I really feel like moving forward, when you're really in a committed relationship, when you're married, when you're, you know, whatever the case may be, I really feel like moving forward, all your sexual encounters are going to have this deep, deep love for each other. And I really feel like it is going to be very sweet and gentle. I don't really see you exploring a lot of things, but we'll get into a few more details as we go. But I do feel like you're just vibing so well with one another, and we even have here beauty, so it's another reference for that thing of like the self-confidence and the body positivity. I really feel like that is going to be a big thing here, and I really feel like every time you have sex with this person, even outside of sex, I really feel like this person is always going to make you feel beautiful. It's always going to make you feel handsome. I really feel like you're going to be super, super duper happy with one another. I'm also getting this thing of this person actually may surprise you with a lot of flowers, but I'm even getting this thing of like when you dress up a little bit more, this person is always like, ooh, sexy mama, you know, that could actually be something specific that they may say. But I really feel like this person is always going to try and make you feel sexy, try and make you feel beautiful. And I really feel like there is not a lot of impulsiveness. Well, we do have the Fool, but I don't think that there is a lot of impulsiveness when it comes to the when you're having sex. I actually feel like it could be quite regular. For some of you, you may even have a schedule. It's like every Sunday night we're gonna have sex. I don't know, but I do feel like it's going to be quite I don't know, I do feel like it's going to be quite regular, because I feel like for the two of you, it could be a way for you to show love towards one another, and I do feel like you're going to have a lot of fun. I do also feel that, and again, it's so interesting how this girl here in the Four of Pentacles is kind of, I don't know, closing up, you know, like a little bit ashamed of her body. And I really feel like there is a big transformation there. Like we have, look at these. It's almost like they're the same person. But here she's like, oh my God, don't look at me. And here she's like, I know I have the sauce, you know? And I feel like that is really going to be the energy here of your sexual life moving forward, is that even at first, you could be a bit afraid of not pleasuring this person well or messing things up. And I feel like moving forward, as time passes by, you're like, I know you can resist me, so just get here, you know? Oh my God, and we have another 2. I didn't even notice that. We have 20. So we have, again, this is something like early 20s. That is for sure. I really feel like you're meeting this person really, really soon. Or again, if you're already a little bit older than the 20s, maybe this is someone you met in your 20s, so around college, something around those lines, or even like your first job. And I really feel like you have something here with this person. But yeah, when it comes to how the sexual life will evolve, I do feel like sometimes there's a bit of teasing, and I even feel like sometimes you may actually dress up for one another. I do feel like, especially if there is a female in the couple, I do feel like sometimes there's a little bit of, you know, just lingerie. And even if there's not a female, maybe someone that has a bit more feminine energy, that likes to dress up, that likes to take care of themselves, is like sometimes you may dress a little bit of a special clothing, or I really get a strong sense of lingerie, something around that. And I also feel like there's something around, I'm getting something around like birthdays. There could be like either like a birthday reference, or it could be like a pact or a ritual that you create for one another. It's like your birthday present is a little something. I'm even getting that image of This Is Us, where I don't know their names, but like the main dudes, you know, the parents, she has this ritual, or they have this ritual, where every single birthday of his, she does like a lap dance or something like that, or a little bit of striptease, something like that. I'm not sure. I haven't watched that show in so long, but There's something around those lines. I really feel like you'll start to have this little sexual ritual, especially around celebrations, birthdays, and all that. And I really feel like you're going to, it feels very lighthearted, you know? It feels passionate too, but it just feels like, honestly, the idea that this is giving me, the feeling that this is giving me is like two little kids playing and having fun. Of course, it's like two evolved kids, you know, knowing what they're doing, and they're not that innocent, but it really feels like there's a lot of young energy and a lot of good vibes here. And I really feel like it's going to be so with a lot of exploration, but it's a very gentle exploration. It's a very lighthearted and fun energy. And again, there's that thing of like the talking, right? So I really feel like you could be really goofy around each other even during sex, and really funny. It's like one of you could have this thing of like making jokes during sex. I really feel like you're gonna have so much fun. It's like, this is not really about intense passion and raw, this raw, I don't know, just instinct, you know? It is very just like, we're having fun. We're just playing around and having fun. And I really feel like you're going to be very, very satisfied, and it's going to be quite lovely. With this Four of Pentacles, I do feel like not necessarily the kinkiest thing, but it could be like a regular thing. Could be like bondage or some level of like pinning you down, pinning this person down, something like that. I feel like there's something that, and I do feel like it is a lot about, around like, I don't know, like holding your arms, holding your hands, something like that. And I do feel like that is going to be something regular, possibly because this person already knows that you like that, or you already know that this person likes that. And so there's a lot of reference to it as well. And a lot of oral. That is definitely something here. A lot of oral is definitely coming through. But, my goodness, I should drink some water in the meantime. But let's get here into what this person and you will like the most about sex. So, what your future spouse would like the most about sex. We have the Four of Cups with balance. Nice. And what you will like the most about the sex, we have the King of Cups with guilt. That is so interesting because I feel like you actually have distorted views of what is going on. Because like this person really likes how things are equal. It's like you're both always satisfied. And for you, I really feel like you feel like you're more satisfied than this person is. You know, sometimes you may feel a little bit guilty that, I don't know, this person takes care of you and you feel like you don't take care of this person enough. But they actually feel really happy about the equal balance here between the two of you. So I don't think that is nothing to worry about. But I actually feel like even when sometimes you feel like, I don't know, sometimes, for example, this person may give you oral and it's just like that. It's just that. They just want to see you come. You know, they just want you to have pleasure. They don't want anything for themselves. And they don't make you feel guilty. They make you feel so comfortable with what just happened. They make you feel so welcomed. Oh goodness, I'm running out of battery. And they make you feel so welcomed that you don't even feel guilty. I feel like at some level, like a little later on, a few hours later, you're like, oh my God, but what about their pleasure? I didn't really do anything, you know? I feel like sometimes they may feel like that, but they really, in the act, they never really make you feel bad for having pleasure and them not. I also feel like maybe in a previous relationship of yours, there could also be something like, I don't know, like your pleasure wasn't a priority, or maybe you had a relationship where, I don't know, it's they either didn't take care of you, or they always made you feel like your pleasure was not important and wasn't really into consideration. Something like that. I don't get any, you know, whenever we're doing this 18 plus readings, it's always with good intentions, and it's never with, I don't know, it's never anything toxic or whatever, you know. And so I do feel like that energy that is coming through, it's not coming from sexual assault or anything like that. I mean, if it resonates with you, then take it. And that could definitely be your confirmation. But, and I'm sorry that you had to go through it. I have a lot of respect for you, but I'm really not picking up on that energy. I just feel like you were just with a shitty person that made you feel bad about your body, you know, and made you feel bad about your pleasure. And I do feel like this person is just like, you're beautiful, you're handsome, when you're super sexy, when you're feeling that pleasure. And I love seeing you in that place, you know, and that's where they come from. It's not really with, they want anything in return. And that could have been something that happened in the past, like they would pleasure you for them to be able to have something. And in this case, it's out of pure kindness, out of pure joy to see you happy. You know, it's very caring, very beautiful energy here. And I also feel like this person always makes you feel like you're on a pedestal. I don't know, there's some level of like, they always make you feel like a queen, they always make you feel like a king. And it's like, you're always on the top of their world. You know, I really feel like this person is very generous when it comes to it. And I really feel like you love that about the sex between the two of you. And I also feel like there's something around that is cute. I feel like there's something around like this person revealing, well, there's two things. There's something around this person revealing your most wild side. And I also feel like you love it when you bring out this person's wild side. I really feel like you love this. It's this thing of the love secret. And so, you know, I even feel like you like to tease with one another in public, because I really feel like you're not into that whole PDA thing. I feel like you're very conscious around that. And that is not something that you're into. And I feel like sometimes you like to tease each other when it comes to it. You know, you want to test the limits. And so you could be like in a dinner with friends, and you send a little dirty text to your future spouse, and they're like trying to control themselves. They are like, you didn't do that. It's like you love seeing that reaction. You love seeing that, them trying to control themselves, you know? And I also feel like the other way around is also true. It's like sometimes they may also send you a little dirty text while you're in public, and you love it how, I don't know, I feel like you really love this dynamic where you have to sort of hide it, you know, and you just have a lot of fun. I really feel like you have a lot of fun. Like, sex for you, it is very funny. It is very like lighthearted. It is, well, it is kind of adult play, let's say, but it is almost like a game. And I really feel like you both enjoy that, you know? It's not something super serious and super religious and spiritual. It is spiritual, but it is not with the intention of it being spiritual. It just ends up being spiritual because of the connection. But it's not either super passionate and super raw, intense stuff, you know? It's very lighthearted, very goofy, and very loving and caring. And I do feel like you have a lot of fun with each other. When it comes to what this person loves the most about the sex, I do feel like there is something around, sometimes there could be something around other people flirting with you and trying to, I don't know, like trying to get something with you and everything. And I feel like you reject them. And this person is like, yo, look at me. You know, I feel like this person feels like the boss. And they love how you get a lot of attention, but you don't give those people any attention, you know? And you don't really, it's like you're really loyal, and they love that about you, but they also love the fact that you get a lot of attention. It's like they love the fact that you're hot. They love the fact that you're, you know, attractive to other people, but they feel really proud to have you in their life and to be able to call you their spouse, you know? That is something that they really take a lot of pride in. And man, this is so cute. Like, I really am trying to get into the juicy details, I promise, but I really feel like there's just so much love between the two of you. It's insane. This is true love, okay? This is true love. This is something beyond explanation. This has unconditional love written all over it. And I really, like, this is a beautiful pal. So if you're watching this, congrats, because this is awesome. But I really feel like this person also likes the fact that you are not, it's like you can be shy, but at the same time, you can also be very wild and spontaneous. I do feel like you like to do it in private places or if you do it outside in public places, it's very, very, it's like you're sure that no one is going to catch you, you know? I really feel like there is some level of, I don't know, I even get like, she appears to be in some sort of abandoned house, and it's like you're doing it in public, you're doing it out in, like, outside, but it's like no one gets to these places, so there's no way you're going to be to be caught. But at the same time, it's like you're doing it outside, and so I do feel like there's also a little bit of that adrenaline. I do feel like you're not too shy when it comes to trying different things, and I feel like that is also something that they love. But and it's like you are not too shy in trying things, but at the same time you feel safe. You know, you feel safe, but also you make them feel safe, you know? And I really feel like that is something that they really, really enjoy. And again, the fact that you're both really taken care of. It's like both of your pleasures are a priority, and that is something that they absolutely love. I also feel like this person's oral could be like bomb. I really feel like you really love their oral. So yeah, let's see here. We were talking about like all the goods. Let's talk about the bads. So what do you won't like so much about this, about your sex life? We have the Page of Swords with victim. Interesting. I feel like sometimes, I feel like this has to do with, honestly, I feel like we have victim and we have like a little knight encounter, and there even seems to be like, this looks like a bandage, you know, it feels like she's hurt and everything. I really feel like you're not going to enjoy it so much. The most aggressive, I feel like this is more about the talk, not so much about the act itself, because I mean, I feel like you may enjoy exploring a little bit of more kinky stuff and a little bit more aggression here and there. I do feel like you're both very into simple stuff, not like over the top, you know? And I feel like you won't necessarily not enjoy when you go a little bit over the top, but I do feel like this mostly has to do with talking, with the conversation. So sometimes what you may not like is, I don't know, a few things that this person says that I don't think it's about like it hurts your self-confidence or something like that. I don't think it has anything to do with that. It could just be like the wording that they use, you know? It's sometimes, I don't know, I feel like one example would be, you're in a very lovey-dovey place, you know, and you think that the sex is going to be very lovey-dovey, and this person is totally into just pure sex. It's like, fuck me, you know? And I feel like sometimes it's this, like, you're not necessarily on the same page when it comes to how the sex is feeling on an emotional level. I feel like that is what you may not totally enjoy from time to time, but I actually feel like this could be very sporadic, to be honest, because I feel like overall you're really going to enjoy each other. And I also feel like sometimes with this victim, to be honest, I feel like this is also more around your self-talk than this actually how this person is treating you or is saying. Because I feel like sometimes, especially attached to this thing of the guilt and you feeling like this person is not getting any pleasure or something like that, it's like sometimes they may just say, oh, this is hurting, or oh, I don't really like that, and you may take it personally. You may take it like, oh, I did something wrong and they're not attracted to me or something like that. And I feel like it's more to do with your self-talk than rather what this person is feeling, you know? Because I actually feel like they're very satisfied. And whenever, because like with this Four of Cups, it does talk about like being dissatisfied. And with this thing of what they like the most is that whenever, even when they're not feeling horny, you know, even when they're not in the mood, you always get them in the mood. And so it's always going to be pleasurable for this person, you know? Well, I mean, always. We always have better times than others, but I really feel like this person is always going to be very pleased with the sex. And I feel like sometimes you may be a little bit hard on yourself, and I don't think it's anything to do with how this person feels about you, you know, but I do feel like sometimes you may think that it is, and I feel like that is what you're going to be a bit more insecure when it comes to the sex. I even feel like this is really not what you're not going to enjoy. I feel like this is what you're going to be a bit more self-conscious about, You know, I really feel like you're going to be a bit conscious about this person's pleasure, but I don't know, I feel like I'm here to tell you that you have nothing to worry about, honestly, because this person's like so in awe of you. They really, really like this. So yeah, nothing to worry about here. Let's get here into fantasies and things you would like to try with each other. So let's start with your person. I really hope I don't run out of battery here in the meantime, but we have the Hierophant for your person. We also have, by the way, we also have Purity and Complacency. Oh, I see where this person is going. And for your side, your fantasies and what you would like to try. Oh, that's cute. We have Two of Cups. And we also have Sovereignty and Workaholic. Oh, okay. I see you. All right, so when it comes to this person, actually, when it comes to the both of you, there's something here around out of pure love. And I really feel like most of your fantasies just like making love to one another. And that is something that you're really in tune with each other. Because there's like this purity and the Hierophant, which is about commitment. I even feel like while you're just in a relationship, you know, not married or anything, this person may dream a lot about like your wedding night. That could be something that they really fantasize about. But another thing that is coming through is like this person likes to be dominant. This person wants you to be submissive. It's more than this person wanting to be dominant. They want you to be submissive. I do feel like there is something here around like, especially if you were the nerd, you know, it's like they want to take that innocence and purity out of you. They want you to go back into that high school energy and being so shy and all of that and see you. They may even like fantasize about that time, you know? It's like, if we were to go back and I knew what I know now, I would do things differently. And they may sometimes imagine that scenario and you're back into school, you're back into whenever you met, and there's a whole other picture here, you know? So I do feel like sometimes that is their fantasy is coming from that place. And I also feel like there's something here around this person when they're feeling a little bit down. I do feel like it's that thing of like making love, you know? I do feel like they could get a lot better with your energy, and when they're in an intimate relationship with you, or intimate encounter with you, and they feel instantly better. You know, I really feel like that is something that they absolutely love about the two of you and something that they really want to explore. And I also feel like they really love doing it. Like in cold weathers. It's like they want to do it under the blankets, you know, they want to cancel plans just to be with you by the fireplace. They really love that. I also feel like, I don't know if you live by the snow, because we have like snow moon and then here it's snowing. So I do feel like that is something really significant. It's not necessarily that they want to do it in the snow, but it could be. It could be. No judgment there, but I do feel like there's something here about like wintry weather. So you may live by the snow with a snowy weather, or they just want to take you in a place where it's snowing and it's like make love to you while it's snowing, you know? So this person is very romantic. I love them. But they really have this, I really feel like one of their, and it's so beautiful how we have like all white. So I definitely feel like one of their fantasies is definitely around your wedding night. That's really awesome. When it comes to you, I feel like there is also a lot of energy around making love, and I don't necessarily feel like it is wedding night vibes, but it could be around just like taking care of each other. And I do feel like whenever you're like thinking of them and fantasizing about them, I do feel like it is coming from a very pure loving place, and that is what you want. You know, I really feel like you want, especially like feel loved by them, and I feel like that is one of your biggest fantasies. However, I feel like the biggest fantasy is something around work. I feel like you want to kind of surprise them, and it's just like, hey, so I was just, you know, passing by and I happened to, you know, give you a little visit, and it happens that you're both alone in their workplace or your workplace, whatever. I do feel like it's more around their workplace and you surprise them, but it could definitely be like the other way around. And I do feel like there is something here around, oh, now that we're here, you know, and you may want to do it there. And it's that thing of like the safety while exploring new things. So it's like, it is already like the, I don't know, the office, the place they're working on, it's already closed, you know, it's like 9 p.m, no one's there, everyone is with their families, everyone is asleep or whatever, but you're doing it in the office. You know, there's something around being impulsive and exploring things, but with a lot of safety and a lot of security. I do feel like there is also this thing of, I feel like sometimes you do want to be the submissive one, but with this like Queen of the Moon, serenity, I do feel like sometimes you also want to take charge. And that could actually be one of your fantasies. It's like being a little bit more in control and being like, honey, now we're talking, you know, and now I'm the one in charge. And I really feel like that is also one of your fantasies here. It's really to connect with this person, with you being in control, with you taking charge here. I also feel like there could be something around like body paint. Yeah, there could also be something around those lines. And actually, I don't necessarily feel like it could be body paint. I feel like at some level, it's something that leads to body paint. So it could be like, for example, you're, I don't know, painting the walls for your room. You're, I don't know, decorating your room and you're painting the walls and you just start a paint war. And that paint war leads into something more. You know, I feel like there's something here around quality time. So quality time could actually be your love language. But there's something around like quality time, and then it just leads into that sex, and you're just like really getting into this nurturing and bonding place, and you just get into a more bonding place, even deeper bonding place from sex. So that's really sweet. Let's see here. Let's pull some final cards to get any other information that we need to know about your sex life. Again, I kind of feel like this was more of an explanation of your future, you know, spouse and your relationship with your future spouse, but we got a few sex things. What else do we need to know about pawn number 2's sexual life with their future spouse or their relationship? Ooh, all right. So we do have finances and career. There we go. This is either like someone from school, someone from, oh, that is so interesting. Someone from school, someone from university, college, maybe even someone from your first job or something like that. And then we have an unrequited love. So when you first met, it wasn't unrequited love. You didn't really know each other. You weren't really into each other. And it just didn't happen. That is so interesting. And then boom, we have playfulness, we have passion, and your hearts are open. So yeah. And again, I do feel like this could start as like a casual thing, and then you get to know each other because of the casual thing. So that's really sweet. That's really nice. But we do have very soon. So, I mean, I feel like this could be talking about timing here. You could be meeting this person again very soon. You could be getting into an engagement very soon. Again, I do feel like we have this beautiful engagement energy. We have give your relationship a chance. And I do feel like this is talking about that thing of the kids. You know, I feel like each of your children are really going to have a lot of impact on your relationships. And I do feel like your wedding night is going to be like beautiful. Okay, if you do not get married, I do feel like it is, for example, when you're moving together, I feel like that is going to be a very memorable night. And with this attraction, I also feel like I feel like you're always going to be like into each other. And there's clearly this thing of this person really loving how other people flirt with you and try to get something with you, but they really can't because it's like, bro, I'm not into it. I'm not into you. And you're just into this person. So I really feel like that is going to be something really significant here. But I really feel like this is going to be lovely. And I really feel that if you haven't met this person again yet, at first, when they reach out, keep an open mind, because you may really have this idea that, oh, they're a player. Oh, they're the popular dude, so they don't want anything serious with me. Give your relationship a chance, because well, you know where this is going to lead, right? This is your future spouse. So yeah. But I also feel like there is something here around whenever you have, I feel like this is a future advice. Whenever you have like a little argument or a little hiccup with this person, don't give up on it. Okay. I feel like sometimes things can get a little bit intense, and don't give up on it. Okay. Because I really feel like this is something beautiful, and this is just something really, worth to fight for. And whenever you have that little hiccup, always think about the two of you against the problem and not you against one another. It's like, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. It's like, decide this relationship every single time, every single day. And I feel like this person will do the same. You know, this is really a beautiful, beautiful relationship that we're looking at here. And it's just like relationship goals. So yeah, pile number 2. This is what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely let me know in the comments if you have already met this person, and you know, what is the story here? Are you like childhood friends? Is this someone from college, someone from high school? What is the scenario here? And are you excited to, you know, get into this relationship? But you can also check out my other channel, the Sunny Virgo, for zodiac cusp readings and zodiac sign readings. I also go live there for personal readings. But if you're interested in a one-on-one situation, then we're doing an 18 plus, and I'm saying like one-on-one situation. That sounds sus. No, a one-on-one reading, okay, a private reading. The link is gonna be in the description box below, and definitely go check it out. Okay, so I love you very much. Thank you for being here. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So if you chose the Aquamarine, you're in the right place. This is going to be your reading. And before we get into stuff, I just want to talk a little bit about what we're going to watch here in case you missed the intro. We are going to talk about your first time together. We are going to talk about how the energy, how the sex essentially will grow throughout the relationship. We're going to talk about what they'll like, what you like, what you won't like as well. And fantasies and things that you both will like to try. Okay, so straight away, by the way, we do have Aquamarine, which is very helpful for your voice, for your throat chakra. So one or both of you could be very vocal in bed. So if you are, take that as a confirmation. But yeah, so let's see here what we have for your overall energy in terms of your sex life with this person. So we have 5 of Pentacles, happiness. Oh, that's beautiful. Loving yourself. Oh my, this is so gorgeous. Honestly, one thing that is coming through is that either this person could travel a lot for work, or at least in the first stage, you know, in the beginning, there could be, this could be a long distance relationship. There could be a bit of distance here. And so I do feel like a little bit of phone sex could happen. A lot of masturbation here could also happen with this loving yourself and 5 of Pentacles. I do feel like something like that could be happening here. So I do feel like for most of you, this could start as a long distance relationship, but this is your future spouse, so it's not always going to be this way. But I do feel like for most of you, I feel like sex with this person, with your future spouse, I feel like it's going to be very empowering. For some of you, you could have a bit of insecurity around your body. You may not feel totally comfortable, or you just were with relationships with people that made you feel very comfortable and very conscious about your body. And oh my God, am I looking good? Oh my God, is this okay? You know? And I feel like this person is going to come in and just like admire you so much and really appreciate like every single curve of your body. I feel like they're going to be in awe of you. I also feel like this person is going to, I don't know, it's like sometimes you may be like getting out of the shower and they're like, ooh, look at that, you know? It's like, I feel like they are going to compliment you a lot. And I really feel like they're going to make you feel seen. They're going to make you feel happy, essentially, and very, very confident, I would say. I also feel like there is going to be a lot of, I don't know, for some of you, I get this energy of like you may want to cover up a lot, you know, you may want to always, and possibly it's like in the beginning stages, especially if you start as long distance, there could be this thing of like this person's idea of you. It's mainly through pictures, it's mainly through the phone, you know? And there could be this insecurity of, if we are in person, will they find me attractive still, you know? Or is it just the photo and I'm in a good angle, you know? And so I feel like, especially when you move in together or when you are able to get a little bit closer, there could be a bit of this insecurity. But I really feel like this person is going to make you feel loved and safe and confident from day one. And I really feel like that thing of like wanting to cover up, I do feel like that is going to be especially in the beginning stages, where you'll want to be like always dressed and not wanting to show a lot of skin or something like that. And I just feel like this person is just going to, I don't know, sometimes even tease you a little bit and undress you a little bit, or, you know, play with your clothing and just trying to hype you up in your confidence. I do feel like, especially if you do talk with this person about your body insecurities, and again, actually, this could be like totally the opposite way, okay? So this could be your person being very insecure, and all that I'm saying is your person, and you're going to make them feel very confident. But I do feel like there is a lot of empowerment, and it could also go both ways. Maybe you both feel that way. And if you each other with such admiration, that is just like you're mirroring each other. But I do feel like there is, I don't know, I feel like, honestly, this text is going to be very sweet and gentle from what I'm getting here, especially with happiness. I mean, that is a very good omen. So I do feel like your sex life is going to be like nice. But I do feel like there is a lot of freedom, because I really feel like before, in previous relationships, you always, or most of the time, you felt restricted, and you may have felt very, I don't know, maybe for some of you, didn't even like take fully all your clothes off, you know, because of your body insecurities, or because those people weren't really loving towards you and towards your body. And I really feel like this person, it's like, honestly, I kind of feel like every single time you have sex with this person, clothes are coming out all the time. Unless it's like a quickie, I do see the potential for, all right, let's just sneak it in. But I do feel like most of the time it's like clothes off, I don't care. And I really feel like you're going to be very happy. I'm even getting, not necessarily like fairy tale in the sense that it's all happy and rainbows and sunshines, but it's like finally you getting the love that you deserve and really being appreciated. And this is so beautiful, because this is a lot more than just sex, you know? And I feel like maybe your guides want you to know that this person is out there for you, you know, that this person, and it's like this relationship, you're going to have this relationship, you deserve this type of relationship. So it's like, don't settle for anything less. And if someone makes you feel this way, it's not your future spouse, okay? But I really feel like your guides just want to give you this encouragement of like, this person is here, this person is yours, okay? And they're really part of your path. I also feel like another thing, getting into a more juicy stuff, with this Five of Pentacles, I do feel like sometimes, and like we have a lot of kneeling here, there could be like a lot of oral, but also I feel like there could be a lot of begging. I don't know exactly how that plays out, but I don't know, I guess there could be a lot of begging. We'll see how that shows up, but I don't know in what circumstances that could happen. I'm even getting that, like, for example, in, I'm getting specifically restaurants or even like family gatherings. It's like some action below the table could happen, okay? It's underneath the table. So, I don't know, a little bit of food action, or, you know, I don't know, just whatever you want to do. There could be like a little bit of teasing and maybe other stuff. We don't know. But I do feel like there's something around those lines. I also feel like, for those of you that, for example, shaving and just like, anything related with that, again, anything related with your body, but I'm getting that for some of you, it's about shaving, and sometimes you like forgot shave or something like that. This person is not going to care a single bit. So they're just like, yo, you're hot, so I don't even care. Like, whatever. So I feel like that is also another message. Like, this person, shaved, not shaved, I don't know, with a few extra pounds, too skinny, they don't care. You're perfect. You're perfect for this person, you know? So whatever you're struggling with. And it's interesting that I mentioned too skinny, because sometimes we talk a lot about like being overweight and having those few extra pounds, and we sometimes forget about the people that have trouble gaining weight, and that is also a reality. So whatever your case is, whatever your scenario is, I do feel like this person is going to be super loving. I even feel like they could help you if you have any sort of eating disorder. Oh goodness, I don't remember which pile it was. But actually in all the piles, we had a lot of body positivity. So yes, the collective is aligning with a very good energy. But there was another pile that had also a reference to eating disorders. But if you were struggling with that, I do feel like this person is going to help you overcome it, and they're going to be super respectful over it. Because I even feel like maybe if you do struggle with that, maybe people don't fully acknowledge it and don't give you the support that you need. And I really feel like this person may be perhaps even the first person to truly see you, you know, and to truly help you go through that transition and help you go through that process. So that's really beautiful. Oh man, I love this person. All right. And I love you. But this person is very sweet, very gentle. So let's get into the nasty. Let's try and get some juicy stuff here. Let's see where we go. So let's see your first time with this person. What do we have? Let's get one more. All right. So we have Justice. We love it. Oh my God. And Ten of Cups. Man, you're the hashtag couple goals pal. Because I mean, Ten of Cups, Justice, that is like, oh my goodness, this is what I've been waiting for. And it's so interesting that we have here extremes as well, because like you really go from this extreme, from maybe even like your pleasure not being a priority, you know, not even just talking about body positivity and people not appreciating you. It's like even your pleasure, you could have been very, I don't know, you could have been dealing with very selfish people. And I really feel like this person is going to be like, let me admire you, please let me, oh my God. You know, it's like I really feel like it's going to go from one extreme to the other. I also feel like with this extreme, it could definitely be talking about weather. It is, I mean, sorta, because like here we have very summery energy, but this is giving me like summer inside, winter outside, you know, so there could be like this extreme weather. So outside it could even be raining and all of that. And inside it's just so hot because of your energies and your bodies and everything, that it feels very unaligned. You know, it feels summer inside, but really, really cold outside. I also feel like there's something here around, to be honest, for some of you, you could be waiting until marriage, or this is going to be like you're going to be an official commitment when you have sex with this person for the first time. So I don't think that this is going to be like first date, we get into it, nothing like that. I really feel like you're either in a relationship with this person already and you're official and all of that, or by the way, we have Libra energies here, just in case, but or you're waiting until marriage. This person, by the way, they're going to be totally okay with that if that is the case. And sometimes before, maybe when you got involved with other people, maybe it was just like a little make-out session or something, and that could also explain like that struggle with keeping your clothes on, you know, because maybe you never really revealed yourself that way to someone else, you know, and so it is very deep, it is very significant for you, you know, and I feel like this person is going to totally understand it. Also, I do feel like this is going to resonate more for those of you that like the first time is going to be after you get married, where it's like the first time you have sex, some babies could come from that, okay? So just keep that in mind. And if you want a baby 9 months after you get married, maybe just keep that, you know, in the back of your mind and use some protection, do what you have to do. But I really feel like for most of you, some baby could be coming from that. But I do feel like it's going to be very... Also, for those of you that is not the case, I do feel like your inner child is going to be very welcomed. I feel like your inner child is going to be feeling very safe. And that's why I feel like you're also going to be able to let go. Even for some of you, if you are waiting until marriage, I wouldn't be surprised if you actually don't hold on that long, you know? Of course, if it is something super important for you and it's like a requirement, then of course that is not for you, that is not your message. But I do feel like for some of you where it's just like a thing of, I don't know, because your parents told you so or something like that, I feel like you're not going to have that restriction so much. And I do feel like it is because your inner child feels so safe. And for the first time, I really feel like you feel seen and you feel respected and you feel admired. I feel like you're just going to go with the flow and you're just going to enjoy it completely. Again, I do feel like there is that thing of the clothing, okay? For your first time, maybe this person won't be so, I don't know, won't be so, what is the word? They won't require so much that you take your clothes off. I don't know, demanding. Yeah, they won't be so demanding about taking your clothes off, or you taking your clothes off. But from that point forward, I feel like they will. I mean, whatever makes you comfortable, but I really feel like they just appreciate and love your body hugely, and so they just want to see you completely naked. But I do feel like for your first time, you could keep at least some portion of the clothing on, and I really feel like this person is going to be totally respectful of it, and I really feel like you're going to... Also, I'm getting... Well, if you are waiting until marriage, then this is definitely your first time. But if this is like until you're in a committed relationship, this could be your first time as well. Not only like your first time with this person, but your first time ever. And so that actually explains the extremes as well. It's like you go from being a virgin to not being a virgin. But I do feel like it's going to be very balanced. Honestly, I don't see a lot of oral here in this first scenario. I do see a little bit of handplay perhaps, but oral not so much. But I do feel like you're both going to be very pleased. I feel like it's going to be very balanced. I feel like you're both going to be paying attention to each other's pleasure, you know. Maybe if this is your first time, maybe your person is going to be more conscious of that than you, because maybe you don't really have a notion here of what it needs to be, what do you need to do, you know. You could be a little bit confused around that, but I really feel like this person is going to make you feel like home. I really feel like this person is going to be super kind, super gentle. This is going to be love, okay? This is not going to be like full-on passion. This is going to be love. Of course there was passion there with the extremes, but it's really sweet, really gentle. So let's see here how this will evolve. So my key here, my goal with this next portion is like it's almost like this is the first time you are together, and then we're going to look in like 15, 20 years later on, how is the sex like? You know, it's like, how has it evolved as you get into this relationship together? So what can you tell us? Whoa, okay, we'll take these two. These are too many. So, oh yeah, 10 of Pentacles here. By this time, you can already have like this huge, beautiful family. Maybe not huge, but it's interesting that we were saying like 15, 20 years from this first time. And I really feel like this, for example, could be your daughter, you know, and you could already have like a beautiful family together. I really feel like you're going to have some kids. I'm not sure if it's going to be a huge family, but I do feel like, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a very acceptable number, like 2, 3. I mean, every number is acceptable, but like the usual, the normal, you know, 2, 3 kids. I feel like that could be, or even just one. I do feel like for some of you could have just one kid, but I do feel like, you know, you are having kids and you're still banging it. So that's great. We love seeing that. But 6 of Wands and the Lovers, and we also have protection. That is so beautiful. I really feel like, you know, with this protection is from this point forward, you're going to trust this. It's not that you didn't before, but I really feel like when it comes to your body, you're going to trust this person fully, 100%. Because I even hear in the pictures, like this women right here, completely naked. They have a few clothes on, but they're more revealing than this, you know? So I really feel like you're going to be feeling a lot more comfortable with your body. I feel like you're going to be super, I don't know, like feeling yourself, you know? Here, maybe you were a little bit conscious and all of that, and I feel like you start working on it. This person makes you feel so protected, so comfortable that it just feels safe to be in this natural self, you know? I do feel like, also, I do feel like when it comes to children, children could be very significant here in this connection because I'm mentioning it a lot. But I do feel like you could have like a child here very early in the stage of the connection, and then you wear protection, right? You've learned your lesson and you wear protection. And then like 15 years, 10 years later or something like that, you could get pregnant again. So there could be like a big age gap between your children if you have more than one. But I do feel like there is going to be a lot more passion here. There's still love, always, but a lot more passion. And it's so beautiful that we have here 2 sixes, because that does talk about balance. It does talk about harmony. So I feel like the sex is going to be incredible. I even feel like sometimes you may have like a little gift. So I'm hearing this has, well, sometimes it is a little gift, like a little surprise oral or whatever. But I'm also hearing like surprise lingerie, or, you know, this person just remembered and they just bought you a little gift. Sometimes it's also like a little weekend getaway, and a little trip for you to be able to have one-on-one time. I do feel like when it comes to your day-to-day routines, I don't see you having a lot of sex, to be honest. I do see you having, I see you having more getaway, weekend getaway than like randomly just having sex during your day-to-day life, you know? I do feel like you're feeling a bit more comfortable if you have a scheduled time where you know you won't be interrupted, than having especially, I feel like it's especially because you may have a child very early on. So it's like they start growing up, and then it's like, it gets a little bit tough, you know? It gets a little bit complicated, the timing and all. And I feel like you may prefer to have a clear, you know, regulated time. Okay, this weekend we're gonna do it. We're gonna have that time alone. And I do feel like you're actually not going to mind it. Honestly, I don't think that you both care too much about sex, you know? I feel like it's just another expression of love. It's not necessarily, I mean, of course we all have instincts and all of that, but I feel like you're going to get to this point where, I don't know, it's like you don't need it to express your love, you know? I do feel like this person could be the type to offer you a lot of flowers, to offer you a lot of gifts. I do feel like one of their languages, love languages, could be gift giving. And I do feel like that at a certain point is going to be more important than the actual sex and the actual physical touch and all that, you know? Possibly your love languages are not a really like physical touch, or it's not one of your main love languages. And yeah, but I do feel like every time you do have sex, it is very passionate, it is very joyful, it is very good. Okay, so I don't think that you're going to have any sort of problem with it. You know, I really feel like you're going to be very satisfied with it. And there's also this thing of like feeling very protected. So I really feel like this person makes you feel comfortable with your body, makes you feel comfortable with anything that you do together. I feel like it's going to be great. I'm also not seeing a lot of like kinky stuff and you exploring a lot of stuff together. But there could definitely be some exploration over there. I feel like especially perhaps with toys, but I don't see you going like way too beyond that. I also feel like, especially with this loving yourself, there's a mirror. So you could like doing it a lot in front of the mirror, especially in the beginning. And I feel like that is one of your person's ways to make you feel more comfortable with your body. Could be doing it like in front of the mirror for you to see how beautiful you are, you know, for you to be able to see what they see. That is so beautiful. This person is really, really gentle. They could be an air sign, because we also have Gemini coming through. That's so sweet. That's really, really sweet. So let's see what else we have. Oh, we have 6, 6, and then 24. That also sums up to a 6. So a lot of harmony. You know, sometimes people look at 666 and it's like, oh, it's the devil's number. But I actually really love 666 because that is a power symbol of harmony and balance and all of that. So yeah, that's really nice. That's really, really good. I also feel like you get a bit more out of control, let's say. It's like here you're very, very traditional, you know. And I do feel like here you get a bit more interested in sex and not interested in the act of sex, you know. Here it's like, here is a clear expression of love, and here I feel like it is an expression of love, but it's very it has curiosity behind it, you know? And so I do feel like your kinky side may start to show up a little bit later on in the connection, and you might start to explore a little bit more later on in the connection, but that's really nice. So let's see here. What you both will like about the sex. So what this person will like, we have judgment, and well, let's do this already. We have expansion as well, and what you'll like about the sex. Woo, come here, come here. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. And we have perception. Okay. Ooh. All right. Well, for some of you, if you were dealing with a male, I do feel that, well, there are two scenarios here. If you're dealing with a male, this person could have a very big John over there. But if you are the male, I do feel like this person actually does love giving oral. And they may really like deep throat and everything, and all that. But I mean, if they have a very big John, then I do feel like you're going to really like that, of course. But let's get started here with what your person will like the most about your sex life. I do feel like it is going to be seeing you thrive. I really feel like they're going to, I don't know, it's almost like they feel proud of you, but they also feel proud of themselves for having you in their life and for seeing you grow. I do feel like that is going to be something that they're really going to appreciate about your sex life. It's like it has the power to transform the way you view yourself, and I really feel like that is something that they're always going to remember with care and fondness, you know. But also, I do feel like it is also talking about how the passion kind of grows, you know, because sometimes the passion kind of fades and everything, and I feel like because especially the first time you were together, it wasn't coming from a place of passion, it was truly coming from a place of love. I feel like that has a lot of meaning and a lot of significance, because it's almost like it's not that the love goes down and the passion goes up, but it's like I feel like the passion starts to catch up to love. And I really feel like you start to explore a little bit more. I feel like you start to, again, feel a bit more comfortable and a bit more curious as well. And I feel like they're going to love seeing you kind of get out of your comfort zone and explore new things. I also feel like they may actually like a lot of pregnant sex. So I guess that is something that they will really enjoy. But I also feel like there's something about, honestly, I feel like this person, like their most favorite part, it's really when you are pregnant. Not only about the sex, but the way you glow, the way you, or, you know, they or them, whoever is pregnant here, the way, for some reason I do feel like it's them. That is interesting. But it could be, like, for example, even if you are the one that is pregnant and this person is not, it's just that, or wait, the other way around. Even if you are not, even if you're the one that is not pregnant and this person is, it's like the way you talk about the pregnancy, the way you talk about them, you know, the way you express yourself to them. I really feel like they're going to enjoy the pregnancy stage, whatever, you know, whatever person is pregnant here. And I really feel like they're really going to enjoy pregnant sex. But I also feel like there is something here around connection with other people. Is like, I feel like you're, oh, okay. I feel like you're going to also, as you start to get a bit more confident, and also this person, as they start to get a bit more comfortable as well, and more confident, I feel like there could be a bit, not necessarily like flirting with other people, but there's clearly a lot more at ease with getting to know other people. And I don't know, it's just like the trust that you have between the two of you. And it's so interesting that we're trying to talk about here your sex life, and it's just giving it a big focus on the relationship, you know, because I really feel like sex is not going to be a foundation for the relationship. It's not going to be the most important thing in this relationship, and that's why I feel like your guys also want to give a little bit of attention to the relationship itself and not so much the sex portion. But I really feel like they're going to love how you have so much trust between the two of you, that they're able to talk with people that they would eventually be attracted to, but they don't really feel the need to do anything, and you have the trust for them to not do anything. And the same way, you do that too, you know? Another thing is that I feel like if you are vocal in the bedroom, this person loves it. This person absolutely freaking loves it. It could also be them that are very vocal, and they love that you love that. You know, they love that you don't mind that they are vocal or something like that. But again, I do feel like voice here is very, very important, especially because we have the throat chakra being represented here. So I really feel like that is going to be something important. Also, possibly like dirty talking or something like that. I'm even getting like dirty texting, especially if we do start this as a long distance relationship. I really feel like they are not going to mind it. And even like later on in the relationship, when you're already like married with kids, whatever the case may be, it's like they look back into those times and they don't, I don't know, they don't feel sorrow, they don't feel sadness for what you had to go through, you know, because long distance is very difficult, but they feel like it just made the relationship stronger. And they actually look at those at that sexting, they look at that at those phone calls, and they just laugh with joy and with happiness that they were able to do that with you, you know. Possibly because they never really done that with anyone else. So I really feel like they're going to really enjoy it, and they're really going to I don't know, just be very, honestly, that is so sweet. I feel like what this person most loves about your sex life, it's not even about the sex life, it's just about you. I really feel like this person, and it's so beautiful that we even have happiness, I feel like no one can make this person as happy as you do. And that is just absolutely incredible. And I really get that for some of you. You really went through some pretty tough relationships, and this person is everything that you deserve. And I'm really happy that you found this person, or that you will find this person. But this is really someone that is just so beautiful for you. Let's talk about you. Why not? Maybe that is something, I mean, you're watching this, so maybe it would be helpful. But what do you like the most with this Two of Pentacles and perception? I kind of feel like sometimes, I feel like one thing that you will like, it's actually like how sometimes you're the most dominant one, sometimes they are the most dominant one, is like you're never in the same place, you know, you're never, well, maybe literally, when it comes to positions. I feel like especially positions, not so much the place itself, because I do see you very, I don't know, doing a lot in the bedroom, a lot of teasing here, underneath the table, sure, but I feel like the act itself could be a lot in bedroom vibes, you know, something like that. Again, maybe a little later on, you would actually explore a little bit into other places, but I do feel like most of it is going to be very homey, you know, or again, hotel vibes, that kind of stuff. I do feel like especially if, you know, with those weekend getaways, especially when you're at a hotel or something like that, I feel like you're going to feel freer and riskier. So it's like you could be teasing one another quite a lot, especially when you're in those weekend getaways. So I don't know, you're in the hallway, you're in the reception, and you're already like touching each other and caressing each other and already like kissing, and it's like, get a room. I feel like especially when you're in those vacations or weekend getaways, like, get a room. I really feel like you're going to make up for the sex that you don't have on a daily basis, you know. So that's really, really nice. But I also feel like another thing here is like potentially, eventually, you both may try a little bit of, I don't necessarily get bondage, but I do get, for example, you may be blindfolded or something, and I do feel like you're actually going to like that a lot. So, I mean, if you never try that, maybe, you know, even when you're connecting with yourself, don't be afraid to kind of, I don't know, just close your eyes, and, I mean, maybe you already close your eyes, but, I don't know, like, try it out. Even if you're already involved with someone, if this is your first time, of course, you're not doing that, but even if you're already involved with someone, or you're exploring casual relationships, maybe try it out, you know. That could also be something that you will enjoy, or just wait for this person and you're definitely going to enjoy it a lot. But I do feel like the way you're going to love this is, I feel like just the overall energy of your sex life. I feel like you're going to love it because it's nothing. I don't think that you're a person that is so much around the passion, the raw passion and the kinky stuff. I really feel like you're about love. I really feel like you're about connecting your hearts together, you know? And I feel like that is the moments, those are the moments that you're going to appreciate the most in your sex life, where you're truly just making love. And again, it's that thing of like the expression of love. I really feel like you're going to enjoy that. I also feel like there's something, you could actually really love the writing position. And it's so interesting because for the other pals, I didn't get like specifics, especially when it comes to like what you would like specifics like this. I mean, and I do feel like it could be because for most of you, or for some of you, this could definitely be like your first time. And so this could already be like a little bit of information of stuff for you to try out, and stuff for you to, I don't know, and when I say try out, it's try out with this person, of course, but also try out on your own. And I feel like you could explore yourself a little bit right now. You know, for some of you, if there is some sort of like eating disorder or something, I do feel like your guides are encouraging you to try these things on yourself to also help you out with loving your body a little bit more, you know? I do feel like sex is very powerful in that way. It does help you connect a little bit more with your body. But I do feel like, getting back here, I do feel like you could like writing a lot, or you like when this person writes a lot, and I really feel like you're going to be very satisfied with your overall sex life because it's going to be so lovey, and we even have this little fairy tale energy here, so I really feel like you're going to just feel your best. Honestly, I am getting a little bit of past life energy, so a lot of your past lives, maybe you actually have dealt with toxic people, and I do feel like this lifetime, it's like your karma is all being paid out, you know, especially with this Libra energy of the Justice here. It's like you're finally being able to get out of your karmic cycles, and it's so interesting that we even have a 10 and a 9, or 10 and an 11 actually, but it's like they're endings, but they're also new beginnings, and I really feel like this person is your new beginning towards a new cycle, you know, and I really feel like you're going to connect with each other a lot, quite well. Boobs could also be something here, either your boobs, their boobs, or chest, you know, chest, whatever resonates. Playing around that area could also be very satisfying for you. And it could also, I feel like especially when it comes to chest, it could also be very specific to this person. I don't know, something they do, the way they touch you, the way they, I don't know, whatever they do with their mouth or something, could also be, I do feel like it is kind of specific to them, but, yeah. And then again, we have that thing of the deep throat. I do feel like you're going to like receiving oral and or giving. I actually feel like it's both. It's like oral is your vibe. But let's see here. What you won't like, which is kind of interesting because I do feel like you're liking pretty much everything. Let's see what you won't like so much. We have, oh, interesting. We have the 10 of Pentacles. All right, let's see what we have here. We have alignment. Ah, okay. That is interesting. I do feel like what you won't like, I don't think it's so much to do with your sex life in the beginning and middle stages. I actually feel like it has to do more with the like ending stages of this connection. So possibly when you're both pretty old, I would say, you probably won't like it anymore. You probably won't really want to do it. And I feel like part of you kind of hates that you don't like it, or hates that you don't want to do it anymore. But I mean, it's just part of the process, you know? And I really feel like it is just a natural cause of it. And I kind of feel like what you won't like is that you will miss your early days, you know, when you were just being there crazy with one another, you know? And I would even say that for most of you, this is actually talking about after this person passes away. So this person could actually pass away first. And it's like, it's the after stage. It's the years that last without this person. It's like you may miss that a lot. And I really feel like, because you even have like this alignment and it feels like heaven, you know, that kind of energy. So I really feel like you're going to miss this person, and those last years may be very difficult for you, because this really is like your one true love. And I feel like you're going to look back and really just wish for them to be there with you again. Aw, that's so sad. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do feel like you're going to have a lot of support from your family. And I feel like especially your grandchildren are going to be very important for you and for your life. And for those last years, you know, I feel like especially your grandchildren, I feel like they're going to give you life. And I feel like they're really going to be that driving force to keep going, you know. And I also feel like there could be like a specific child that really reminds you of this person, and it's not that they're your favorite, but I mean, they kind of are, just because they really do remind you of this person. And I feel like you're always going to have a very special place in your heart for this child, because it's a little bit closer to your heart than perhaps your other grandchildren. Again, I don't want to say that you're going to have a favorite, but I feel like you kind of are going to have a favorite. But yeah, maybe you could have like a single grandchild, or you'll only need one grandchild. But I really feel like you're going to have a very close connection to them, because it is going to be very close to your heart because of that person. But I really feel like it's nothing to do with the sex life, that you're not going to love it or anything like that. I do feel like it is going to be just the after, when you're already both very old and possibly this person is no longer in your life. But I also get that for some of you, if this is your first time and if you're a lady, I feel like you could, I don't necessarily get that you're not going to like it, but I feel like it's going to be a bit weird. And so you may, it's like from all the moments you're together, you're like, well, yeah, it happened. You know, it may not be your most favorite experience, you know. But I don't think you're going to hate it either. But yeah, I guess it's not necessarily the less memorable, but I think you'll have other better situations and encounters to keep in mind and to remember. But let's see here. Let's talk about fantasies and what you both will like to try with one another. So starting with this person, what would they like to try? What are their fantasies? We have 10 of Wands with discernment and dissipating. Lots of D's. Interesting. Okay. And for you, your fantasies and what you would like to try. We have the Page of Swords. Your person, okay, that is really interesting. But we have the Page of Swords for you, and we also have boundaries and forgiveness. Honestly, I do feel like you may be a little bit into BDMS, especially bondage. I don't think that you're really too much into, I don't know, the aggression. I don't really feel like you're into that, but I really feel like a little bit of bondage, and I feel like especially like closing your eyes. There's something with your eyes. I really feel like closing your eyes and not being able to look at this person and not being able to know what their next move is going to be. I really feel like that is something that you would like to try, and something that you may actually fantasize a lot about. Maybe because I said this here, you know, and maybe this is already like, hey, let's try this in the future. But I really feel like that is going to be something that, oh my goodness, you're really curious to try with this person. And, oh my goodness, okay. And I also feel like there is something about, like, one of your fantasies could actually be about makeup sex. So it is interesting, full circle here. We were talking about begging. That could actually be you. You could actually be in this place of begging. And one of your fantasies could be like you go into an argument, you're like pissed at each other. It's like, get out, and I don't care, I hate you, and all that. And it's like, okay, let's have sex, you know? So you could be the begging person here with a fantasy. And I feel like you would actually like that. It's almost like with the boundaries. It's like, no, I'm not gonna go out. No, I'm not gonna walk away. I'm gonna stay here. I'm not gonna kiss you. And things are gonna level up because of the passion and all of that, you know? It's turning that, I don't know, the hate, the aggression into just love, you know, the energy that you're used to. So I do feel like that could also be one of your fantasies, is that makeup sex. And I also feel that, I feel like one thing that is coming through, especially in the stage of the long distance, if that resonates, of course, but especially in that stage, I feel like there could be a little bit of, I don't know, a desire for you to be a little bit risky. And I do think, not necessarily nudes, but I don't know, a little lingerie picture or something like that. I feel like that could be something that you would want to try, or you would be curious. But I'm not sure if you will, though. I kind of feel like it would be a little bit back and forth, especially because I feel like in the beginning stages, your inner child is still trying to figure things out. Your inner child is still catching up, you know, is still healing and all that. So I feel like it could go a little bit, I kind of want to, but I'm not sure if I will, you know. But I actually feel like, you know, go for it. I do feel like it's obviously going to be very well received. And especially with the thing of like you getting out of your comfort zone and all that, I feel like that is something that your person is really going to love as well. But yeah, so getting here into your person, I kind of feel like there's something around, one thing that is coming through is getting you drunk. I feel like that is something that this person would kind of, I don't know, would like to see you and would like to, it's not about like taking advantage of you, but it is about like seeing you very submissive and seeing you also free, seeing you without that discernment, you know, and just allowing this person to do anything. Again, I do feel like this person may really like you being submissive. And I do feel like this person also likes it when you are in control, but I feel like they really fantasize a lot about you being 100% totally submissive. So one of the things could also be bondage, you know, and you being fully tied up, not only the eyes, you being fully tied up and fully trusting this person, which I feel like sometimes they may not bring that up because they're not sure if they're not sure if that idea is going to be well received. So I feel like they're going to be a little bit hesitant in approaching that idea. But I also feel like there's something here around maybe something, I don't know what the name is, but like putting something in your mouth so you are not able to make any noise. I feel like sometimes, you know, I feel like a part of them, they could have a kinky side, but I feel like sometimes they are afraid of exploring that kinky side because they're not sure if you're up for that, you know. I do feel like sometimes they do see you a little bit as fragile, and especially possibly because where you're coming from, and so they don't want to make you feel uncomfortable at all. They really want to make you feel protected, and so it's like if you don't bring up anything, they won't say it, you know, because they really don't want to be pushing you. But I really feel like this person may have a little bit of a more freaky side to them that they would really like to explore. I also feel like there's something here about like watching porn together or something, and I feel like that could also be something that they would be into trying. But definitely a lot of like tying up. I feel like especially eyes. Again, I really feel like you're going to like being blindfolded. This person is going to love blindfolding you. But I definitely feel like there's something here about like you being drunk, you being, or just for example, you being sleepy. This person would probably also like to like wake you up in the middle of the night, and things just get there. I just feel like they like you when you're submissive and you don't have a lot to do. You know, I really feel like this person likes to be in control. But yeah, is there anything else? I also feel like there's something here I feel like there's something I'm not being able to pick up on because it may be a little bit taboo, at least in this person's mind. You know, I feel like one of the things, this person may really have, they may have a very weird fantasy, and they may be perhaps a bit ashamed of it. Because I feel like one of those fantasies could be like a movie kind of vibe. I don't know, for example, Princess Leia kind of energy. You know, it could be that type of thing. It's like they have some sort of fantasy, some sort of fetish. I feel like more than fantasy, it's a fetish that I feel like they're kind of ashamed of, or they are not. I feel like they get a bit uncomfortable with that fetish. But they definitely fantasize about that, and it's definitely something that they do like. So they could actually be like into role-playing. Ah, okay, so that's where we're headed. Yeah, that makes sense. I do feel like they're into role-playing. Especially, I do feel like they have like some sort of movie or a TV show, a character, a vibe. They could be into alien stuff, that kind of thing. That I do feel like they get really self-conscious about it. And they're like, oh my god, no one can ever know about this, you know? But yeah. So when you meet this person, kind of don't be afraid to ask them about that. But yeah. So let's pull here just a few final cards to see if there's anything I've missed, anything your guides want to let you know about your sex life with this person. So yeah, look at that, we have children. I really feel like your first time, you could really have children. Which again, I'm not at all surprised if this is the, if this is like a waiting until marriage kind of energy. But we do have that past life relationship that we were mentioning about like something karmic happening here in your life. And it is, I do feel like this person is going to be the breaker of the cycle. We also have separation. So there we go. Confirmation here that I do feel like at the beginning, you're going to be in some sort of separation, you know, physical separation. I do feel like this is going to be long distance, and then you're going to be able to come towards one another. And yeah, and we also have love yourself first. So again, another confirmation here that I really feel like it's so beautiful that we have love yourself first, we have loving yourself, you know, a lot of body positivity, and a lot of this person is going to just be completely in love with every single inch of your body. And I feel like they're going to teach you and show you how to be completely in love with every single inch of your body. You know, I really feel like they're going to be super caring, super gentle, and you're going to have beautiful children because of it. Okay. And again, children, this person, I do feel like they're gonna like pregnant sex. But yeah, so pile number 3, this was lovely. This is really fun. I was not counting on like be talking about sex for almost 3 hours, but it was really nice. I hope you enjoyed it too. Definitely let me know in the comments down below how this resonated. You know, if you are waiting until marriage, what is the vibe here? I would love to hear from you. And also, if you're going through any sort of eating disorder, any sort of body insecurity, definitely, if you feel comfortable to, I'm not, if you don't feel comfortable, don't feel pressured to do that. But if you feel comfortable talking about that, then definitely share your experience in the comments, because I do feel like, especially if you have already overcome this, I do feel like this could be very helpful for other people that are going through the same, and we could have a beautiful community here that is just supportive of that. Okay, but yeah, don't forget to smash the like button and to subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to have you here. You can also check out my other channel, the Sunny Virgo, for what do I do there? For zodiac cusp readings and for zodiac signs readings. I also go live for private readings, and if you're wanting a private reading, just the two of us, then the link is going to be in the description down below where you can get one. Okay, so with that being said, I love you very much. I wish you the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.